Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Saturday evening. It's 8 o'clock or thereabout. Uh, we are No Bones About Wrestling, and it's been a little bit since we've done it, but we're gonna do a Collision watch along tonight. So
Yeah.
thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoy yourselves. Looks like a good show to me. Looks like a really good show to me. Collision had been,
Iffy?
yeah, iffy for a while. And last week was very good, and this week looks very good. So they've definitely Tony Khan has definitely refigured his thinking about what he wants to do with Collision. So that's very nice to see.
Well, I think too in the US there's laws against mediocre television following one of the greatest movies of all time, Back to the Future 3, which is what we're seeing end right now.
Yeah.
So unless Tony Khan wanted to be arrested, Collision has to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, if you're a youngin, like a lot of our viewers are, a lot of our viewers I think are way younger than we are. uh, if you've never seen the Back to the Future movies, wow, you got to see those. They're fun. Yeah. Uh, they're three movies, and all three are solid films. I would say.
And I believe it was a planned trilogy.
I don't think so. No, no. I don't think that's correct.
I
No.
think that's correct.
No, no. Anyway, so we're gonna watch Collision, and then after Collision, they're showing this new show, TNT Overdrive. We're gonna show like shit crashing and breaking and all that sort of stuff. And apparently, AEW personalities are gonna be commenting on it. It looks like, I don't know.
Yeah, or like hosting maybe or something.
I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna watch along with that too.
Yeah.
It might be shit, and we turn it off in 10 minutes, or it might be neat, and we can laugh together for an hour. So who knows? We'll find out. We'll find out.
I don't like car crashes.
I'm not big on that.
They make me nervous. People falling down, hell yeah, all day, every day, love it. But car crashes. So I hope there's more people falling than things crashing.
That is not the impression I got. No, it looks like stuff crashing, and yeah, it doesn't look like people falling.
Do we at least get to see them like walk away safely afterwards?
I highly doubt it. That's not entertaining, to most people.
I find it very entertaining.
So where are they? They're in the Esports Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Again, I'm not sure if this is the last time, but this is 3 or 4 in a row.
I think this is the last time because the next time is in England, isn't it?
England.
I think the next one, because the next one's the last one before All In, or is there one more after that?
I'm not sure if they're doing a Collision on the 24th. Because today's the 10th. Hey, what's up, Haseen? How's it going? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, the one right before All In they're doing in London. I just wasn't sure if that was next week or the week after.
The week after, yeah.
Right.
So today's the 10th, and then next week's the 17th,
Yeah.
and then next week they're doing Collision in London.
That's what they advertised.
As the 24th, Collision in London. So that's cool. I really wanted to go to All In this year, but like a lot of people, that wasn't going to happen. It wasn't in the cards apparently.
Oh wait, unless maybe that's the show they're doing in not Calgary. What's the place? Cardiff. They have a show scheduled for Cardiff at some point.
Don't know.
Because I don't think it's smart to do a show in London the day before your giant show in London. Like,
why?
Because then if you want to see AEW, you have to buy tickets to All In.
I get you.
This way you could buy cheaper tickets and still see a good AEW show potentially.
Well, but if they got the venue, I think it'll probably be best for them to run 2 nights. I mean, more money.
Yeah.
I mean, oh shit! Here comes Hologram.
Yeah, what a good start.
Yeah. So yeah, we're seeing Darby Allin and Hologram team up. Hologram is a new. I was about to say new defeated. He's new and he's undefeated. 3-0 in AEW. Formerly, he was in AAA as Aramis or Aramis. I'm not sure it's probably Aramis, I imagine. But anyway, that was his name. But now he's Hologram. He couldn't bring his name, or didn't want to bring his name from AAA.
Hologram's way cooler.
Yeah. This guy is awesome. Every time I've seen him, he's had new moves to show off. So I don't think this will be an exception to that.
I just had the best entrance idea. Like Princess Leia, when she's like, "Help us, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope," or whatever,
Yeah.
Have a hologram like that of Hologram, and then when he finally makes the ring, boom, he steps through the hologram of himself. Bam.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. And they're taking on the premier athletes. Looks like Josh Woods and Tony Nese, former WWE Cruiserweight champion Tony Nese. And it says they are 14-4 as an AEW tag team. I don't know where the fuck they've been having those matches.
Ring of Honor.
I said AEW tag team.
They're an AEW tag team wrestling in Ring of Honor.
Well, that's kind of cheating, isn't it?
I'm assuming that's what it is.
That has to be. It has to be it.
I think I got that hologram idea from Doctor Who now that I'm thinking about it. Season 5, episode 1. In case you're wondering.
Say.
I couldn't think of where that idea came from, Doctor Who.
But this time he's hiding behind Darby Allin. A guy who likes to paint his face black and white. But after these and once they're done with him, your face will be permanently black and blue.
Damn. Daivari spitting in Darby's face unintentionally.
Daivari can talk.
Yeah,
Daivari can talk. Tony Nese can talk. Why do they have a manager?
Maybe Woods can't. I don't know.
It's a waste of Mark Sterling. He's awesome. Give him to people who need him.
I don't know if I'd say he's awesome, but he's a good manager. He's serviceable.
Give him to Deonna Purrazzo, whose voice shakes when she does live promos. It would make her seem more legit.
All right, here's hologram. This should be good. All 4 of these guys are good. The premier athletes are good wrestlers. All 3 of them, I think. Hopefully they get used more. I'd like to see this guy get some wins.
But not now.
Not now. No, I'm for hologram and Darby Allin. Yeah. Fans are already chanting for hologram. He hasn't even done anything, so his name is getting over quickly with AEW fans. That's for sure. Here he goes.
Well, you were excited about him based solely on his name because of your love for holograms.
It's true. I love holograms. Or, we were talking. Now, I don't have a dictionary with me. I think if it's not 3-dimensional, I think it's a holograph.
Did you already pack it to send that guy on Twitter?
Pack what?
The dictionary.
Oh, no. But yeah, I think a holograph is 2D, and then like a real hologram, like Star Wars, or something, is a hologram. I'm not sure, though. Anyways, also we got Roosh versus Preston Vance tonight. Brian Danielson sit-down interview with JR.
FDR versus the Outrunners.
And I didn't know Preston Vance was still employed by AEW.
I told you he was. I looked him up when Roosh came back. He and Dralistico, both of the Ingobernables faction, are both still employed. Dralistico being Roosh's brother, I believe.
Main event is House of Black versus the Bang Bang Gang for the #1 contender to the trios titles held by the Patriarchy. And Christian Cage, 1/3 of the champions, is going to be the special referee. That sounds like a fun match. Sounds like a fun main event tonight.
I kind of expected Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa in their Texas Bull Rope match to be the main event, but that's because I forgot about the trios #1 contender match.
And that remains to be seen.
Is Swerve versus Yuta on Dynamite this week? Or
I believe, yes. Yeah, Swerve's taking on Yuta in I assume a non-title match on Wednesday on Dynamite. And I just want to remind you, real quick here at the top of the show, if you enjoy our video podcast, AEW Weekly, we are moving times. Starting Tuesday, we're on it Tuesday at 7 p.m. On X, on Kay Fabulous' Twitch, and on YouTube. And that makes me realize I didn't even introduce us. So yeah, we are No Bones About Wrestling, and I'm Asa, and this is my permanent co-host, Kay Fabulous. And we do a video podcast on all things AEW. And as I said, it's moving to Tuesdays at 7 p.m. And we're this week we had a long show. It was almost a 3-hour video podcast. If you want to check that out, it was covering a week and a half. The show, as I said, moving to Tuesday at 7 p.m. And we're gonna have we're shortening the show a little. We're gonna get it tighter. I think we're gonna go to hour and a half to an hour 45 minutes per show. And we're gonna have some new segments coming up on Tuesday as well. So definitely give us a watch on Tuesday.
We're gonna streamline,
Yeah.
make it dolphin smooth.
Ugh. Sounds kind of weird. 15 days till All In there. Josh Woods is trying to get the ref to look at a sty in his eye.
See, I thought he was trying to get him to look at a pimple on his nose.
Ooh.
Ooh. Wonder what happened to Mark Sterling's arm. Guess on Ring of Honor or something happened.
I assume. Yeah, they shouldn't. Like you said, that seems that's what's happening. If their record is 14-4, I know they haven't. We see every AEW show. They have not won 14 fucking matches on AEW.
Yeah, I agree. Even if they won them on Rampage, because we've missed some Rampages, so it's possible they will had at least a few wins there, but not that many.
Well, we're not gonna miss Rampage anymore. I don't know why we got in the
new AEW league.
Yeah, we got in the habit of that, and that was a bad habit to have. I don't know what got us in that habit.
Because we started going to bed early.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
We both have to wake up really early for our jobs.
Yeah.
And in the summer, that's the time we take our dog for walks.
That's true.
Because it's
true.
hot.
That's true. Yeah, both of those things. Well, never mind. I guess there's an explanation for why. Yeah, I forgot about all that. Yeah, we usually, as she said, we take the dog and go to bed, right? Pretty much right as it comes on, right, Belle? So Swerve's Open Challenge Eliminator match looks like it's going to happen right at 9 o'clock. Say 50 minutes from now, which I assume is 9 o'clock. Wonder who will answer it. Who do you think, Kay?
I don't know, but I hate that they're doing it.
Why?
Because he's facing Brian, who had to win a tournament to get that spot at All In.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's wrestling Darby Allin, or whoever is the champ is wrestling Darby Allin, who also had to win a contest to
battle royal.
Yeah. So why does some schmo just get a shot because they stepped up? They were in line first.
Because Swerve's the champ and he calls the shots. The other shots were called by AEW. Yeah. This one is called by Swerve. But they don't get a chance at the title. It's just an eliminator match.
Oh, so they get a chance for a chance.
Yeah, it's an eliminator match. Right.
I got you. Okay, I missed the eliminator part. I'm less annoyed. Still a little bit less. I want Prince Nana.
Wait, you want to see him get the eliminator? You want to see Swerve versus Prince Nana? Is that what you're saying?
I just want Prince Nana with a belt. I love him. He's one of my favorite parts of AEW. No, he is, but no, he's not my pick. Who's your pick? I have to think about it.
Who do I want or who do I think?
Both.
Oh, fuck. Well, I'll tell you who I would want. Now, this is probably just wishful thinking. I'm sure it is. Oh, double team move on hologram. I would love to see Adam Copeland come back. I know it's way too early for that. I know he's not even close to coming back. Or I say I know. I think he's not even close to coming back. I'm not 100% sure. But I really don't know. So I would love to see him come back and take it.
How long has it been? Like 2 months?
I feel like it's been about 2 months since Adam Copeland got injured. Yeah.
Feel free to correct us if we're wrong. I'm just guessing.
Oh, I'm sure I'm wrong. I don't think there's a chance of him returning tonight.
No, I meant of when he got injured. If we're wrong about that.
Oh, it's about 2 months ago. It was at a pay-per-view, so.
My pick is also not going to happen, but I would like Ricochet to make his first appearance in the Open Challenge. But I don't know that they would let that happen on Collision because that's not their favorite show.
Well, they need to start doing something to get an audience at a coffin drop there to the outside by Darby Allin. I love that move.
Mm-hmm.
It's so dangerous, you know. We see it all the time and don't even think about how dangerous that is.
Especially like live, it looks even scarier.
Yeah, true.
Because you can really see from like every angle that he has no idea what he's jumping into. He just jumps and trusts that someone will be there, you know?
Hologram got the cradle on Josh Woods, and Hologram and Darby Allin get the pin.
Yeah.
And Hologram and Mystico were ranked our number one tag team in our tag team top 5 last week. Actually, that's how impressive they were as a tag team this week. Hologram and Darby look pretty good just now. So let's see. I don't know. I bet they end up getting ranked in our top 5 that we'll put out Tuesday. Pretty good team.
Definitely will, because there haven't been many.
Yeah, they definitely will get ranked. Yeah. Yeah. Former world champ Thunder Rosa taking on Deano Purrazzo in a bull rope match tonight.
Purrazzo.
Purrazzo.
For brutality. You do not take a Texas bull rope match lightly. I've had my share, and you don't agree to it unless you're prepared to put your body through hell and drag your opponent with you. Thunder Rosa embodies the Texas spirit, a lifetime little warrior who looks each failure in the face and dares it to try again. Yana Purrazzo is a ruthless mastermind. She can break your limb, knock you out, and still won't stop until you beg. 12 feet of raw rope, a brass cowbell in between that has beaten generations of men. And these 2 women on either end looking to make violent history.
That's the rope so shiny.
Ain't gonna be the same after this.
That's pretty cool there. Man, Dustin Rhodes, I've never thought that before. Thought about him retiring before, because it seems like he's never going to retire. But Dustin Rhodes will be a hell of an announcer when he retires. I've gone on before. Dustin Rhodes, I think, is one of the most underrated pro wrestlers ever. He's one of those guys, a lot of times people think, or want to talk about, who deserves to have been a world champion but hasn't been. And I feel like his name doesn't come up enough. Because he was very good in WCW, won the U.S. title, just almost there. He was very good in WWF, won the Intercontinental title, just almost there. But never a world title in either companies. Or in AEW, has had no title in AEW, but he is currently 1/3 of the Ring of Honor 6-man champs.
Do you think his name doesn't get brought up because people assume that he's had a world title at some point?
I don't know, but his dad did, and Cody is, I think he's the world champion in that other company right now. Yeah, we don't watch that, so sorry if I sound ignorant about it. We don't want to watch that. Yeah, folks, while you're watching, of course, feel free to chat at us in the comments. We'll talk to you. We're not talking all wrestling. We're just talking AEW. But yeah, if you got something to say, you agree with us, you disagree with us, whatever, just feel free to talk to us. We'll talk to you as long as you're polite and nice. If you're a jerk, you're gonna get kicked out. That's how it works. It's how life should work, but it doesn't. As we know, there are plenty of jerks everywhere.
You get kicked out of life if you're a jerk.
Yeah, I wish.
On the commentary. Well, I need it when I'm sat next to you, Tony, because you are.
Is it always multiple ropes?
Yeah. So, by the way, there's been many varieties.
I don't know. Wait, here. I think they're about to say the rules here.
Touching all 4 of this, and a pinfall or submission bull rope match.
So there you go. Pinfall or submission, but they're tied to each other. Sometimes a bull rope match, as Tony Schiavone was saying, would work like a strap match, where you're you're held together, and then what you got to do to win is drag your opponent. You have to literally touch your hand to each top turnbuckle in the ring, each top turnbuckle pad in the ring, and then you get the win. Which I've never been a big fan of that. It's kind of just doesn't seem like a good way to end a match. I touch the turnbuckle. Sometimes it could be done that way that it works, but it's tough to have that be awesome. Like, I touched the turnbuckle pad, it's over. That's just my thought on it.
Didn't we watch one where someone was like carrying someone around the ring and unbeknownst to them, they were tagging the turnbuckle pad behind them?
Yes, we did. I don't remember.
I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was. Who that was. Yeah, I remember that.
It had to be WCW, didn't it?
No.
And by the way, this is the first career Bolo match.
No, I think WWF's had some.
I just mostly watched more WCW, I thought, than WWF. So maybe not. Who do you have in this?
Who's winning? It's tough.
When I die, I'll be dead.
Well, if the feud's going to continue,
By the way, Thunder Rosa, since returning from her injury,
I feel like Purrazzo. What?
So Brazil will get 4 wins in a row over.
Oh, has she won 3 already?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. No, definitely Thunder Rosa wins. Then I'm sorry, I didn't realize that.
Plus, they're in Texas.
Well, some companies will do that. And, Vince McMahon would a lot of times book it, especially in his later years. He would book it to where the home person just gets humiliated in their home. But of course, we found out that he's really a sick person, so that's why he did that like that. Obviously, now we know.
I mean, they've also set up like a residency in Texas, so she's lost some matches in Texas. I just feel like since their time there is coming to an end,
Yeah.
probably want to end on a high note for her.
Mhm.
But maybe not. There's a person in the second row that looks like Phyllis from The Office.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh.
it's not over. You know that it's not over, and it's right. I thought that was how you win. Pinfall or submission. Okay. Certainly a big step closer to.
So I normally determine if someone's going to bleed based on if any of the wrestlers are wearing white. And we got 2 people wearing white. What do you think's going to happen?
I think Purrazzo is going to bleed.
I think Thunder Rosa's already bleeding.
She's bleeding right now.
She was bleeding as I said it. She
Damn.
started.
Did she blade, or was that like hard way? She bladed. Yeah.
I'm assuming her head was down and like partially under the mat, or under the apron curtain, rather.
Summarize this.
As a theater person, it's really confusing to me that the outside area of the ring, like between the rope and outside, is called the apron because the stage itself has an apron.
Mm-hmm.
It's confusing in my brain.
Yeah, so I said Rosa's winning. Oh, the new Alien movie. There you go.
I said Rosa's winning.
You say Rosa's winning?
Yeah,
Okay.
but you said Purrazzo, and then I told you why you were wrong.
Well, yeah. I wasn't aware. Purrazzo's won 3 in a row over Rosa.
I only knew because the announcer said it.
Friday, Alien Romulus. Looks good.
Yeah.
Whew, that looks scary. Yeah, if you don't know us, we like horror movies. We love horror movies. That looks good. If we can afford it, I would like to go see that in the theater. But we'll see. IMAX Aliens.
Our dog is named after the female protagonist in the Alien trilogy, I would say.
Quadrology.
Quadrology is
Yeah, Ellen Ripley. What's her name? Sigourney Weaver's character. Oh, is she Sergeant Ellen Ripley? Why can't I? Lieutenant? What is she?
I don't think she was a sergeant in the first one.
Yeah. She was something.
Office.
Private? No, she wasn't private. Office. I don't know. She had some title. Huh. What was it? Anyways.
Never made sense to me because she was part of the Wayland Corporation. So why
Yeah,
would
but
she
they
have
have-
a military title?
Um,
Or is that just how they structured their company?
well, I could be wrong. Now I'm thinking wrong. I would look it up, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm videoing with my phone, so.
Well, the ship had a captain. See people falling. There's some people.
Well,
falling.
all ships have a captain.
It's not all cars. Someone fell down some stairs. Overdrive. I bet the song is like. That's my guess. What's your guess? Mixing sounds.
No, I was gonna say our dog's name is Ripley. We named our dog after Sigourney Weaver's character. Yeah,
That's her.
yeah. We love Alien, love horror stuff, and I think there's a lot of crossover with horror fans and pro wrestling fans. And this September and October, we'll be doing some spooky stuff here. We'll do some Thunder Rosa's going wild in there.
Yeah.
We'll do some. We're gonna do a couple watch-alongs of WCW Halloween Havoc events from the past.
Holy
Damn!
shit.
She nailed that. And we're gonna do watch-alongs of a couple horror movies also this fall.
Featuring wrestlers?
Some yes, some no. So yeah, I'll probably do a couple featuring wrestlers, a couple not.
Oh,
Damn! She
God.
really killed that chair shot.
Yeah. I hope she's okay. Like, how does that not break your nose?
It's fine.
Well, normally the ropes prevent it from going all the way. Like, I think hers was the hard way. To be honest.
It may have been. Both these ladies bleeding now, yeah. And this has been a good match so far. It's just been building, and Thunder Rosa is wearing a crimson mask, as they say.
I like how it's on the half of her face that doesn't have the face paint.
Mm.
Super cool.
Oh fuck.
You know, this feud has been really good.
Yeah, I agree. And we were talking about it on AEW Weekly this past week. Talking about how this has been a longer feud than AEW usually does, and how we'd kind of like to see more of this, with this feud or feuds like Page versus Strickland, where you see the two and you're like, they don't like each other, and you know it. And I don't think enough of their feuds are like that,
Mm-hmm.
I think too many of AEW's feuds are just like 1 month and done things, just 1 month for a pay-per-view and it's over. Which is, it's the nature of most feuds. It's fine. A lot of them are going to be like that. But as I said, I think too many. I think they need more long-term feuds because, the longer term a feud goes, it's very character building, that feud and that wrestler's actions during the feud really tend to stick with their character,
I think they've had a harder time though, because like some of the what seemed to be longer feuds they had going got put on hold
Ooh.
due to injury. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. True.
Like, do you think the Copeland House of Black feud would have been over if he wasn't injured? See, because that could have been a pretty good ending, or that could have just been another step on the journey.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it would necessarily be over,
And like they were doing Kenny and Jericho
Yeah.
feuding with the Young Bucks, and then when Kenny got injured, I kind of ended that.
Yeah. Yeah, they've had some bad luck with injuries, man. This last year and this year. I mean, just some of the biggest guys, Omega and Adam Copeland still out. Adam Cole, right? Like
Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, I mean, that's three of their biggest men, and one of their biggest women wrestlers been out for quite a while.
Julia Hart's been out for months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just a lot of people. Yeah, Adam Copeland, he's missed. He used to be the highlight like the best highlight of pretty much every Collision. I felt like
Yeah.
for a while there.
Well, part of that was because those collisions were not good except for his matches.
That's
Like they
true.
were squashes,
Yeah.
except for his.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck. I don't know if they thought that one all the way through there. This has been pretty good here.
It's been awesome.
Yeah, it has been. Good Collision so far here. It's just starting off hot.
Women should not wear white pants in matches. They're going to blade in.
That looks like menstruation.
Yep.
Thunder Rosa got the win with a. Does she have a name for that move? I'm sure she does.
Tijuana bomb, I think.
You think that's what that was?
Did she put a cigarette out on her butt?
Not that I saw. So.
I don't know.
Good win for Thunder Rosa. Good match there. It was pretty good. And I don't think this feud is over. No. Man, these two ladies have been going at each other, and that was the best match they've had so far. I feel like.
That's the best match Thunder Rosa has had since she's been back.
Yeah, I think so.
That was like.
And I think that's the best match Peraza's had since she's been in AEW.
I agree. Yeah, that one with Toni Storm that was supposed to be like the culmination of that feud was not good. Or not great, I should say. I love it.
We're coming for your pride. We're coming for your man. We're coming for your gold. Because if you haven't seen the outcome, you haven't seen nothing yet.
They do a very good job. That like straight looked like it was from 1992. You know.
I was wondering who still had a working VHS camera that they were able to use.
That was pretty good.
And the cutaways were like, oh, they're perfect, you know?
I like them. I wish they would do more with them. They seem pretty talented, but I haven't seen a match. I haven't seen enough of their offense to really know if they're talented. You know.
I thought for a second the Impractical Jokers were doing some sort of like history special. Looks like I can only dream.
Design a training program so that I can run a marathon.
Summarized this. What's a recipe using what I have in my fridge?
It starts with an empty prompt.
I like the fridge recipe. I guess you guys aren't maybe getting the same commercials we are. We currently are getting a, I think Meta AI. Yeah, Meta AI commercial. This woman takes a picture of her fridge and then says, what recipes can I make with what's in my fridge? That would be very helpful.
Hot air balloon ride, swim with elephants.
Because, like, sometimes I have, like, half a bag of cauliflower left over.
Or
Well, I guess I'll just end up eating the cauliflower. But
in Montana.
With horses.
I could see
Let's
this
take
being
a look at
helpful.
those scenarios.
JP Morgan Wealth Management has advisors in Chase branches and tools like Wealth Plan to help keep you on track. When you're planning for it all, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
I love this place, but I need
So something cool. If you follow our show, you know that we live in Winston-Salem, and that's where Dynamite was on Wednesday. And I'm a teacher that lives in Winston-Salem and works in Winston-Salem. And on our way out to the arena at the end of the show, I walked into a fourth grade teacher at my school, and it was so cool. And with her was her son, who I used to teach, who just graduated high school. And so that was very cool. I didn't know he was into professional wrestling, so that was very exciting. And then I ran into her in the hall the other day. We talked about Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And that's so cool because no one at my school watches wrestling besides her and Keyshawn, who is our head custodian. Shout out to Keyshawn.
Yeah. What brought all that?
Just talking.
Oh.
Because you weren't here. And it was commercials. First, I talked about Meta AI for a little bit.
All right.
I need guidance.
Yeah, I say that.
And I was like, oh, I thought of something AEW related. I'll talk about that.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who the open challenge will be, for the eliminator match tonight.
Be cool if it was Sammy. I mean, I know he's doing like Ring of Honor
Mm-hmm.
with Dustin, but to like put himself back on upper tier scene in AEW, that would be a good, easy way to get there immediately,
Yeah. Okay, we got FTR versus the Outrunners now.
You can see from the greatest tag team following in AEW, but dare I say, of all time. Yes,
I love them.
FTR?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, t-shirt check.
Speaking of which, the t-shirt check. So tonight, I got FTR, Living Legends, 7 stars.
Have a very old Jericho shirt.
Yeah, I think that's a Jericho shirt from the other company, right?
No.
Oh wait, that's an AEW. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
They don't make just shirts that's cool in the other company.
That is an old Jericho.
Yeah, I love it because it looks like it's from like 1991. I think it was from when the inner circle had just split,
Mm-hmm. No, the shirt. I think it's older than that. Oh no, you may be right. You may be right. Yeah.
Yeah, because the inner circle was breaking up when I started watching it.
Yeah. What was the other stable called? What was the next stable called?
Give me a second. It was pre-Jericho Appreciation Society.
No. Okay, I was thinking. No, that's what Jericho Appreciation Society.
There wasn't something between that.
I don't think so. I couldn't remember that.
What was the thing MJF was trying to join? Was that the inner circle?
I think it was. Yeah.
Oh. And he caused division.
And say what?
He caused the division because he's what made
Yeah.
Ortiz and Santana leave because they didn't like him. Trust him wisely.
Speaking of which, is Ortiz still on the roster?
Yeah, he's injured.
He's injured. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he came back for like 2 shows and got injured like immediately. I think he tore his pectoral muscle. I could be wrong about the injury, but I remember it being something with the chest arm area. I think.
Ortiz and Santana, very good tag team when they were together. I'm shocked that they never held the tag team titles.
Travesty.
Yeah. Neither of them has had any belt in AEW, but I thought they'd be the tag champs at least. Yeah. Now Santana's gone and Ortiz is injured. It's kind of sad.
Santana's doing well for himself, though.
Is he?
He got the House of Glory, main championship for a while.
Where is he now? Is he TNA now?
I do not know the answer to that. I know that he's going to be in Winston-Salem in November for WrestleCade.
I think he did sign with TNA, I think. Could be wrong. I don't follow them closely at all.
Second all time, behind AEW's The Acclaimed. How about that?
Ooh.
So these two teams are.
I don't think of Cash as very aerobatic, but he can do that leapfrog jump over seemingly anyone. It's very impressive.
Yeah, yes it is.
That's the FTR are trying to cut the line.
He's proving me wrong here. His little flippy moves.
Wednesday, October 2nd for our 5th year anniversary.
Sometimes I think about FTR shaving each other's backs, and I'm just so proud of them for making positive changes in their life,
Yeah, if you don't know what Kay is talking about, back in the other company up north, they were called the Revival, and they were in a feud with the Uso brothers, and there was something where the Usos went in the showers for some reason. They went in the men's showers with a video camera or a phone or whatever, and videoed the Revival shaving each other's backs. And so they kept doing all these comedy things, and then they put like hot sauce. The Usos put hot sauce in the Revival's jock straps or something like that, which was in Revenge of the Nerds, that movie. But they did that, I believe. That happened, right?
It's also in an episode of Bob's Burgers, a Halloween episode.
What? Hot sauce in the jock?
Yep.
Oh. I think it. I don't know if everybody got it from Revenge of the Nerds or if they got it from. I'm sure that really happened somewhere.
They probably got it from life.
I'm all for practical jokes and stuff. You don't mess with a man's private parts. That's not funny.
Or a woman's.
Or a woman's. Yeah, of course. It's not.
Looking at his own pocket, that body grab again. This time, Truth Magnum goes down. You're looking outside. Something's Magnum. And right now,
FTR cleaning house. Now they're posing pretty good. I like these two. Very skilled tag team. And, they, of course, think they deserve a world tag team title shot. Try saying that 3 times fast. They think they deserve one at All In on the 25th. And here we are, with 15 days away. We don't have a tag title match booked.
Mm-hmm.
And furthermore, the Young Bucks haven't even been on television in weeks.
They also haven't defended their titles since they won them.
Well, so I heard why that is.
Wait, you tell me.
So the reason that is, allegedly, the word on the internet is that the Young Bucks have been off TV because their contracts say that they'll work X number of dates per year. And apparently most of those dates have already been used. And pretty much to where they're heading to where, if they hadn't taken time off, they maybe would have had to take like the whole months of November and December, say, off. But that's what the deal is that they were on a pace to hit their X number of dates per year to where they've had to take time off so that it doesn't run out before we get to, like I said, even November. They had been on too many shows for the way that their contract is structured. That's what I was reading.
That doesn't make any sense because they were.
No, it does make. It makes perfect sense. What are you fucking talking about?
They spent the beginning of the year on vacation. They returned from vacation to face Sting at Revolution, which was in March. So they missed the first 2 or 3 months of the year.
I don't think they were on vacation for 3 months. Okay.
They were on vacation for a while because I remember they hadn't been on, and then all of a sudden they came out of nowhere and got the world tag team title shot.
Well, it definitely wasn't for 2 months because Revolution was on March 5th, and they won the tag titles before that, so they won them during February. So at the latest, they won them in February. It might have been before that.
Is that who Sting and Darby won them from?
Yes. Sting and Darby won them March 5th from the Young Bucks at Revolution, Sting's retirement show.
No, they didn't. They went into the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
match
You're right.
as
You're right.
champion.
I'm sorry. You're right. My point being, I was misremembering, but my point being that feud was built obviously through February. So the Young Bucks were around in February. I was right and you're wrong.
Good job.
Thanks. But yeah, that's what I read. That's why they're not around. Why? You seem to think you had another. Did you read something different?
Well, I just read that fans are blaming the Young Bucks for them not wanting to defend their titles, but that they're not in charge of their own booking. Tony is.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. Like I said, that's what I read. I feel like I read it from a reputable place, or I wouldn't repeat it. It's like, if I'm reading through wrestling stuff, I have some sites I trust and some I try to ignore. And usually if I file it away up here, it's from someplace I trust. So I mean, I don't know if it's true, but that's the word. That's what I read. I forget where I read it, but I read that. I read that yesterday somewhere.
In charge here on Collision.
Yeah, the Bucks haven't been on TV since I don't know when. Honestly, no. But I digress from my point. FTR, they're going to be at All In, we presume, and FTR want the tag title shot. But of course, the Acclaimed, they beat the Young Bucks weeks ago in an eliminator match. So the Acclaimed are the current number one contenders, and they still haven't gotten that title shot. So we were talking on AEW Weekly this past week, about what's going to happen. Are the Acclaimed going to battle the Young Bucks at All In? Are we going to get some kind of triple threat tag match, which is what I proposed at All In? What's going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. But they need to get something going because, as I said, we're 15 days from the pay-per-view and the champions aren't even on. They're nowhere to be seen. So I'd almost expect them to return on Dynamite this week. Because at that point we'll be 11 days from the show. They gotta be on TV at that point.
Plus, Okada will be there, and they usually accompany him.
I was about to say Okada hasn't been on television in weeks either.
It's been like 2 weeks, but how long ago was Blood and Guts? Wasn't that 2 weeks ago? Is it longer?
Maybe 3 weeks ago. I'm not sure.
He's gonna go for 6. He's going for 6 now. Standing switch reversal.
They've really given the Outrunners some time in this match.
Yeah, it's been a good match. This collision's been very good so far. I've enjoyed it.
It has been shockingly good so far.
Yeah, well, let's not spoil it. Well, like I said, when I looked at the card today, I was surprised at all the good matches that they had booked.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like anyone in action.
Yeah. Because we've complained a lot about Collision and the jobber matches, and Collision not having enough like star power on it. But good match. All 3 matches have been very good so far. Good stuff. Let's see. We're gonna see the Acclaimed show up here. Oh, well, there we go.
Just when so far took you God, FTR is going to be in main attention this week. What a win for them. But as he played in the room, against the Outlaws, that's 9 wins and a PBS. It's going to be in Norfolk, Virginia.
All right, so yeah, as you heard, what we were just talking about, the Acclaimed finally get their title shot Wednesday on Dynamite in Norfolk, Virginia. So there we go.
My back.
Kip Sabian.
Nick Wayne to come find you. But weren't you the one who found him last week on Collision?
Lex, I'm just looking to get back in the action. I'm just trying to make a name for myself here. But this is more than just about me. This is about my family. This is about my dad. This is...
Hey, Kip. Why are you ignoring the question? But more importantly, why are you still in my business? Are you obsessed with me or something? I mean, I don't blame you. I'm the youngest crowned champion in AEW history. And after 5 years, you're still a nobody in this company.
Damn.
But anyway, I'm tired of these games you've been playing with me for the last month or so. And I'm gonna put an end to it this week on Rampage. As I step in the ring with you one.
Nice.
And I
Not
guarantee your
nice.
dad died a loser. I'll make sure you go out the same way too.
They need to get Kip Sabian off of Rampage and onto one of the main shows.
Well, he's on right here. He's on Collision.
No, wrestling. Wrestling in a match.
Sure, it's coming.
I love Kip Sabian.
Yeah, very good.
So good.
A lot of people call him the fifth pillar, the lost pillar of AEW. Of course, you've heard some of their original guys. They called them the pillars. Jack Perry, Darby Allin, MJF. Who am I leaving off?
Sammy Guevara.
Is that Sammy Guevara. And Kip Sabian, people say would be the fifth pillar, and he was heavily featured in 2019, 2020, the earliest years of AEW. Heavily featured, had a lot of good matches. Very good wrestler, very good on the mic. And I don't know, fell out of favor. I don't know if he did something wrong behind the scenes or something, but I think I'm a pretty good judge of wrestling talent. You know, I know what I like at least, and I thought he was pretty damn good at it.
He got injured. I think that's what initially took him off.
That yeah. Lord.
Do people besides us call him the fifth pillar?
I've read it online.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I've read other people talking about it. Yeah, I've said a lot of people do. People do.
That's cool.
The talk kind of has died down because we don't really talk about the pillars anymore, the four pillars.
Yeah.
But for a while there, I forget what pay-per-view that was. The four pillars faced one another in a world title match, and there was a lot of talk of who's a pillar and why.
Mhm. Yeah.
And back then, I remember a lot of people said, well, Kip Sabian, the forgotten pillar, the fifth pillar.
I said he should be a pillar instead of Jack Perry at that point in AEW.
And maybe still.
Jack Perry was the weak link in the pillar.
Yeah.
Square, I guess.
I would say even still.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would put Kip Sabian over just as far as how his performance. I'd put Kip Sabian over Jack Perry. Yeah, for sure. But of course, it's hard to rate him the last couple of years because he hasn't been around.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say anything about him lately. But yeah, if you don't know Kip Sabian, do yourself a favor if you can. You know, maybe look at some of those earlier pay-per-views, 2019, 2020. You know, we obviously we can't go back and look at the shows because we don't have an AEW library yet.
Mhm.
But you can go back and look at the old pay-per-views and check out Kip Sabian. You know, you got to buy them to watch them, but yeah.
Like Will Ospreay and the American hero MJF. Either you lock up with me like a real wrestler, or I'm taking my belt and I'm leaving.
Here we're seeing MJF took on Fletcher this past Wednesday. This was your match of the week, according to us. 4.5 bones out of 5. Excellent match.
Fletcher lighting himself at MJF. I was feeling it. I don't let my brothers in arms get hurt like that. I care about my friend. I care about my country. Just doing screwdriver. Anyone that can shoot MJF. Will Ospreay, the best way in the world. I am American. I am making this decision. Boss Fletcher here tonight. Guys, I'm covered in my best friend's blood right now. Ospreay locked in. MJF. Fletcher. Why?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
We're here in the match with Anderson, a guy that I look up to as my hero, and I dropped him on his head. For weeks he couldn't pick up his kid. I don't want to hit the move, and regardless of that piece of crap, nobody, and I mean nobody, deserves to be hit with that move.
If there's one person
I love it.
with that move, isn't it him?
August 11th, Red Pro Michael Oku, I am coming to your call, and I am going to absolutely decimate another one of Will Ospreay's no bones. I am going to do your mentor Will Ospreay is capable of doing. I am going to hit you.
I was wondering why he was having that match.
And I will do this.
Why he what?
I was wondering why he was having that Rev Pro match.
I hadn't heard about it.
We reported it.
I don't remember. We talked about wrestling a lot. I can't remember it all.
I remembered it because I touched it.
Another message to Will Ospreay on the road to
MJF and Ospreay. I totally expect that to be the match of the night at All In. Yeah. Fuck, may end up being the match of the goddamn year. I mean, as good as their last match was, wow. We go Roosh, who's been featured more lately. I'm liking it. 5-1 this year. Of course, he's in the Callis family now. We don't see Callis with him for some reason. That's an AEW thing. Oh wait,
There has been full version of the Don Callis family. Callis said he wants to see how far Rouge will go in trying to become a champion. After what happened last time to Rouge. And now you have this Rico Dynamite side. That's right. Rouge was in the center of the ring.
wait. I thought they might have been talking about why Callis isn't there. That's the thing I don't like. AEW has been doing is they'll put a guy in a faction with a manager, and then the manager doesn't accompany the guy. You know, like Roosh is in the Callis family. We should be seeing Don Callis right now. Well, otherwise, what's the point of him having a manager? I don't get it.
I thought that guy was Don Callis, but it's just a vault security guy.
You're not gonna address what I just said.
I mean, I agree with you.
And we've seen the same thing with Lance Archer and the Righteous formed a faction. I don't even know if that's still a thing. Months ago, they formed a faction with Jake the Snake Roberts as their manager, and I thought, all right, here we go, something interesting. And it just fizzled out. And now Jake Roberts isn't with Lance Archer even any longer, and we've had no explanation. With the.
Lost it to social media earlier this week, and he told us, remember who your family is.
It's one of those, stop and start kind of things with the angles or, and AEW needs to do less of that. They carry their shit out more. Or at least give us an explanation when it stops all of a sudden.
Or even if it's not the manager, like someone else from the faction should accompany them to the ring. Because what's the point of being in the faction?
Oh, well, now here he is. Right, again.
You would not have enough bravery to get anywhere close to what's going on in the ring. What do you mention out, coward, Tony? It's very much
Doesn't make sense. Here's Preston Vance. Very good wrestler. He was in the Dark Order, of course. And wasn't he with Roosh and La Facción Ingobernables, a failed stable that looked like it was going to be neat? And what happened?
Roosh got injured.
Roosh got injured. Andrade, was he in it?
He was not.
Okay, I'm sorry. Mistake. Roosh got injured and it fell apart. Who was it? Roosh?
It was
Preston Vance?
Dralistico and Jose, the assistant, who got released.
Right. Yeah, Jose's gone. Dralistico's still on the roster?
Yes.
He's injured.
No, I haven't heard he's injured. He just hasn't been on.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Dralistico, very good. Very good wrestler. He's one of those. I don't think a lot of people think of him anymore. I think a lot of people have forgotten about him, but he's very good. No.
Yeah, I was so excited when they added him to the roster into this faction.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that
and they had like a few trios matches, and then they started tagging. And then, I don't know why they didn't keep it up with Preston and Dralistico without Roosh. I guess maybe they didn't want Roosh to get left behind.
I thought he was blading. They did a very poor job of. I mean, they had the camera right on him while he was blading Preston Vance. Did you notice that?
I thought he was wiping sweat from his brow.
They just had the camera right on. AEW, their production, they're not good at hiding things. They're not as good as a lot of companies at hiding things.
Well, not just that. They're also not good at choosing the best angle to make things look good, or so that the wrestlers can be seen at all times. You know, like
they're the young guys.
Yeah. But if the wrestling's happening on the far side of the ring and you have two cameramen pointing cameras at it on either side, don't do the hard cam that's hiding them behind the ring. That should be common sense.
Yeah, I got you. Well, Tony Khan's I guess whatever you call it, the producer. I guess you'd call him the producer. I don't know what you call that position. He's calling the shots, I believe. I believe that's true. I'm not 100% sure. Do you think they have a guy in the truck, or do you think Tony does it?
I think they have a guy in the truck.
I would assume they have. Well, but Tony's always at Gorilla. Is he just there to say hi?
I thought Gorilla was the person talking to the ref. Are they not?
Yeah, but they do other things too.
Just out of control. And I'm sure that's the way Don Callis likes him.
Like, who gives them like the light and music cues and stuff? Is that Tony?
Well, that's what we're talking about. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
In the theater, you have like a stage manager who calls all of the tech departments stuff,
Oof.
which is what I thought Tony was doing.
Yeah, well, I assumed it was Tony Khan, but then when we started talking about it, I realized I really don't know.
Mm-hmm. Like, I thought he handled all that stuff, and a different person in the van with all the screens handled the like angle changes.
I think that's right. I bet you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know for sure though. You know.
If you're watching and you know, feel free to let us know. I like learning.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought Tony was calling, like you said, like you just said, the who needs to be here, music cues, etc. Like that kind of stuff. Yeah. They jobbed Preston Vance out there. I thought we might have a little battle on our hands, but not tonight. They both look good though. But that was just a squash match, yeah.
The heels glanced off the shoulder that time.
Going for his green cord that never gets used for anything else. Can't find it. Oh, that was a black one.
Brandon, he's getting help from other referees. Brandon Martinez.
Whose music is that?
I don't know. Roosters? I don't know.
I think so.
To look at TNT champ Jack Perry. This I believe this got interrupted Wednesday night by a Taco Bell commercial. We were at the arena, so we saw it. We'll see if this is the same thing. I'm not sure.
It's how much you're willing to sacrifice for.
Oh, all the precious tube TVs getting broken.
Carry the burden. To strain the past.
I hate it.
Working tube TVs. Should be a crime.
Scapegoat John Perry.
So yeah, that was intended to be shown on Dynamite Wednesday, and I'm not sure if it happened for everyone, but a lot of viewers, it got interrupted by a Taco Bell commercial, and what I assume was an accident. But we saw that, as I said, we were in the arena Wednesday, and here's the champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've come on to the ring by Prince
Like this coat.
Man, 21-1 record this year, pretty damn good.
That one is Samoa Joe, right?
Yeah.
And Adam Page together.
Yeah. That was, what show was that?
Revolution.
Was that the triple threat?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he got a world title shot at Revolution. He and Adam Page did, and Samoa Joe kept the belt.
I think Adam Page let himself be pinned to keep Swerve from getting belts in that. Isn't that what the deal was?
I don't know. It's one of those things like we were there, so we don't know how they called it, like on TV, we don't know what the deal was supposed to be with Adam Page, and we still haven't seen it because, of course, the pay-per-views you have to buy to see them again. You have to buy the Blu-rays, but it's on the way. That's the good news. We're lucky enough that we have every AEW DVD and Blu-ray that has been released. kind of obsessive in that way.
I see it.
But we got to start watching those because, I mean, most of them we've never seen. We didn't start buying the pay-per-views till 2023. So we have 4 years of shows we've never seen.
Haven't we made it? We made it out of the first year already, haven't we?
Let me see.
In 2 weeks, the main event of All In London will be headlined by Swerve Strickland and Bryan Danielson. And in 2 weeks,
We're a year and a half into it.
Year and a half into it, folks. So Asa is telling me from across the room.
till then, I want me a little warm up. Till then, I have a little open challenge.
Anyone want to type in the chat who they think might be coming up?
Just understand, you stepping into whose house?
I would like it to be Sammy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard the boss himself speak. Mr. Swerve Strickland is not a man to be played with. So, ladies and gentlemen, whoever you're sending out,
They're in Texas, so I think it probably will be a Texan, but maybe not.
dangerous man in AEW.
Be cool if it was Stone Cold. That will never happen.
Oh my God.
No.
What?
That's a shame.
Oh my fucking God.
Feel too much.
Well, I was wrong about everything. My booking was better.
What'd you say?
I said Sammy, or at the very least, some other Texan.
Jesus. Yeah.
We're not fans.
We're not fans of Ishii.
Boring.
He's boring. He moves very slowly. He doesn't sell. I don't understand why it's on television. I don't know. Are the people out there liking this? Honestly, if you...
I said it would be awesome if it was Stone Cold. It's a Stone Pit Bull. I got one of the words right.
Did you say Stone Cold?
I said, wouldn't it be awesome if it was Stone Cold?
That would be
But
pretty
when I was
sweet.
talking about Texans,
Yeah.
because he's from Texas, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Tomohiro Ishii.
I would say the best Texas wrestler, Stone Cold.
World Television Champion. You're Japan's never openweight title.
I'm not going to argue with that.
I think Terry Funk might be an argument there.
What about Dusty Rhodes?
Titles all over the world. You would love a chance.
Or Dusty Rhodes, or Dustin Rhodes, or the Von Erichs, or Cody Rhodes.
He's from Atlanta.
Oh, you don't count him as Tech? I guess not.
No,
I
he's
guess
not
not.
from Texas.
Yeah, it's not from Texas. That's true. That's true.
Did I impress you?
Yes, you did.
My daily goal: impress my husband at least once.
You impress me every day, love.
Aww.
Just putting up with me is enough to get my approval.
You're a delight.
Well, I think I found the gun I wanted to buy. This match isn't going to be interesting, so I figured to tell you. I got the tab pulled up on my phone here. That's what made me think of it. It's the Ruger LCP. Well, I won't tell everybody the model on which, but it's a Ruger. It's a semi-automatic handgun, and it's like specifically made for concealed carry. Like it's just a little smaller, and it doesn't have parts. Like it doesn't have like the hammer on the back is covered, so it doesn't get snagged on clothing and stuff like that. And it comes with a laser sight on it too.
Yeah, big on the laser sight. I've never seen a covered hammer.
Yeah,
Like on any gun ever.
Mm-hmm. I'll show you.
Okay.
Yeah, made in USA. Ruger's. I in a lot of people's mind, I think they're the best handguns.
Over Smith and Wesson?
I don't know. A lot of people have a very good reputation. Ruger. I mean, it's a lot of it's opinion, but
I want Rick Grimes' giant silver shiny revolver
Rick Grimes.
from Walking Dead.
Oh. But yeah, it looks cool. And yeah, I do like a laser. I mean, it's nice knowing where you're you know, where you're aiming.
So does Bryan Danielson. But
Easier, you know.
be lucky at times.
In real life, if you're going to need a gun, you know, you're not going to have a lot of time to aim your shot, you know, really.
So they practice.
True, but
They have sights.
I know. Oh, and it still has sights. The laser makes it easier.
If it's dark and you have the laser sight on, people can see where you are, though, right?
Used to step away from the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah.
The best he will do.
So that's the downside.
Is a poor imitation of the other three.
You basically put a tiny red dot on yourself by trying to put a tiny red dot on them.
I mean, why would that matter? I mean, if you're going to use a gun, it's going to be in self-defense. Hopefully. I mean, why would it matter if they know you have a laser on it or not?
Because if you're hiding from them, the laser shows them where you are.
Well, that's my point, though, is if you have a gun, you don't have to hide. That's the whole point of having a gun.
I have to have, but I would also hide.
Side suplex.
It depends on the scenario, of course, you know. I'm sure you can turn it off. Well, I say I'm sure. I bet you can turn it off. Yeah.
I bet you can.
But it has a thing. It comes with a like a holster, where. Oh, nice move by Swerve. Where as soon as you pull it out, the laser comes on. Like having it in there turns the laser off. You pull it out, and the laser comes on. So the sight. You get about $250.
Boy.
Not a bad price at all for a good gun.
But we don't have a concealed carry permit.
Not yet. No.
So is the laser sight, you don't know if you can turn it off other than putting it in the underarm holster?
I'm not sure. I gotta read more on it before I buy it, anyways. But that's what I think I'm gonna get. Good. Seems like a good deal. There was a new phone thing for you there. $800 off with a Galaxy trade-in. You got a Galaxy.
I've been video streaming for over an hour, and I got 70% left. That's pretty good.
I mean, I'm glad you were the one telling me.
I'm thinking about it.
Well, we need to look at the price of what that one is.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it's over 1,000, so you'd still have to pay, but it wouldn't be 1,000.
Yeah. My phone's having some battery issues.
Yeah, get the full fold. Get the foldable one.
I want to see it in real life before I.
Well, ask your person. Didn't you know someone?
It was someone from the district leading a.
Go to Verizon. If you ask them to see one, they'll let you.
I know.
Yeah. They'll do anything to get a sale. I mean, trust me.
Oh, we do have someone in action.
Yeah, Hikaru Shida in action. Speaking of in action, in these jobber matches, a tag team from our independent scene here in North Carolina, the Dawsons, they were on Rampage last night. So if you missed Rampage, check it out. They fought Private Party, short match but pretty good match, and it was awesome seeing. As I said, we were at the show in Winston-Salem Wednesday when they taped Rampage. And the Dawsons came out, and like a lot of people in the crowd knew them. Dozens of people knew them. I would say they got an applause, and I think the Dawsons did not expect to have so many people know who they were. I mean,
they looked excited.
They did. They did. I mean, there were Dawson champs, and these two big fat brothers from North Carolina.
Are they identical?
I don't know. One has a big beard. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But they're brothers, and they were good. They were good against Private Party. They lost, of course. I mean, they're there to job, but good match. Good little short match with Private Party on Rampage. Yeah.
I didn't think it was short. I thought it was like a regular length for a.
Like 6 minutes, 7 minutes.
It's not better than like a squash match.
Yeah, it wasn't a straight squash match, but I mean. It wasn't a squash match, but it was a jobber match.
Yeah.
If that makes.
Yeah, because they got some offense in.
With this open challenge eliminator match. And a side suplex that time, but they still holds on to their still Pitbull, the world champion. And of course, in 15 days, he has Brian.
So speaking of pit bulls,
Yeah.
we learned today that a weed that grows all up and down the East Coast that is native to at least the Southeast, called pokeweed, is toxic to dogs, and we had some growing in our like backyard area, so I removed it today. But if you have dogs and you live in the South, you should check for pokeweed. It has like clusters of hanging, like purplish berries. It's also called inkberry because if you touch it when they're like super ripe, you get like covered in ink. Can be used for natural ink. Highly toxic to dogs and humans.
Thank you for sharing that. The more you know. We might have just saved someone's life, Kay. What do you think?
Some people say that if you pick the shoots of it when it's young and boil it twice, discarding the first boiled water, then it's edible. But that seems like a lot of work to go through to eat something that still might kill you. So
Yeah.
I'm not doing that, and I don't think you should either.
Yeah. Damn. Big superplex there by Ishii. This match has been better than I expected.
Elvis has a song, Poke Salad Annie, about pokeweed.
That's a good Elvis song. You should look it up on YouTube. Poke Salad Annie.
I think they spell it differently, though. Is it Polk?
It's either Polk or Poke. I'm
Yeah.
not sure how it's actually spelled.
I listened to it while I was
Really?
of course. And in Apple Music, I think it was Polk, but the actual print is Poke.
Now this Mark Swerve up top. And she gives him a face plant. And she now measuring Swerve here. It's going to hit the rope. Swerve up top. Go ahead. Swerve face plant. 1, 2.
Oh.
Yeah. So close. As you can see the pain on the face and probably a little bit of concern.
I'm not a fan of Ishii at all. I got to look up about him. I know a lot about American wrestling. I know very little about Japanese wrestling. I need to look up and see, like, was he a big deal at some point? Was he good at some point? I mean, like...
Maybe we should Google, like, what his best match was and then watch it.
Yeah. I don't know how old he is. He seems old.
Very old.
Yeah. Seems very old. But I can't really tell. I'm going to go, like, he could be, like, 45 to, like, 65. Oh!
I was going to guess, like, 53 or 4.
I think that's pretty close. I think that would be my guess if I had to, but it's a little hard to tell. We could be rolling, you know? Maybe like 38. I don't know. I'm going to look up and, like I said, for real, find out if he was ever entertaining, because I just...
The other wrestlers seem to really like him, so must be
Yeah, they
at least
do.
like a nice guy or something.
Yeah. I mean, as I understand it, yeah, his name is a name. His name has meaning. I just...
Did you hear Nigel the way he said Prince Nana?
Mm-mm.
He said it like banana. Like, okay.
Prince Nana.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
I think we might get Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson at Wrestle Dream.
And this shit, and I hate to be negative, but do you really need this? Like a 50-year-old Japanese man, like, draining the heat from your world champion 2 weeks before your biggest show of the year? You know? Who is it helping?
Especially when, like, the focus of this story has been almost entirely on Danielson.
Yeah.
Like, since he qualified for the match, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Swerve's going to win the match, but do you really need him, like, taking clotheslines from this guy, like, twice his age? I mean...
I don't think he's going to win.
You think she's going to win?
Oh, I thought you meant the Danielson match.
No, it's not this match.
No, of course
this
I think
match.
yeah, of course he's going to win this.
I know, that's why I said it, yeah.
I was talking about the Danielson.
There we go. House call. Let's end it. That wasn't as bad as I expected. It was actually okay. It was okay.
Do you think Swerve is going to retain it all in?
I mean, not if they go by the stipulation, you know.
Yes. Yeah, I thought Swerve was 100% winning until they put that stipulation in, and now I think he is 100% losing.
So yeah, Swerve with a win here, taking on Wheeler Yuta Wednesday in a non-title match. Yes. Never mind. I want to see what Claudio has to say.
Claudio has to know which challenge on the championship, which was introduced in the Continental Classic. Now, that may be a tongue twister, but don't get it twisted. I want that championship before the CB2 turns around again this year. And I got a great idea for a place. How about the first ever Dynamite in Europe?
Oh, there we go.
A Continental Championship combat in Cardiff. And if that was too fast for you, Okada, don't worry. I'll see you face to face Wednesday on Dynamite.
A challenge, and of course, face to face is coming up live this Wednesday on Dynamite. Let's go in the ring and let's see that.
He reminds me of Hitman when he wears a suit, you know?
Who?
Claudio.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guests
From the video
at
game.
this
Yeah,
time,
sure.
Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway.
Ladies and gentlemen,
As I said, it had occurred to me that there is a Hitman in wrestling, and so I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't. You knew I wasn't talking about him because he looks nothing like him.
No, I know what you meant. Yeah, going back to All In, just real quick, the main event of All In. So we all know at this point, you know, Bryan Danielson has made it public. This is his last year wrestling a full-time schedule, and after that, he's still going to wrestle, but just here and there, a couple times a year. That's what he said. But now, right, so they've said, or excuse me, not they, he said, if he loses to Swerve, he'll never wrestle again. So I gotta believe he's winning the damn match.
And his AEW wrestling contract expired August 1st, so they must have signed like a temporary extension.
Well, they said that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah.
But in the story, at least, his contract expired the 1st.
I value.
What the fuck is she wearing?
I don't know.
I loved her. We were operating so well as a team. You know,
Who dresses her?
Statlander?
Awful. Awful every week. Awful.
So you hate him too. Renee, give me just a second. Hey Tom, let me talk. What do you have any plans? Because I've got this idea. Well, guys, I have some breaking news. An official
Wembley?
challenge has been issued for All In's 0 hour.
0 hour. Okay, good.
Tomohiro Ishii versus Chris Statlander.
Stokely Hathaway.
I know exactly what Willow Nightingale is up to. And let me just say, I think it's tacky. I think it's reprehensible. I think it's disgusting that Willow needs this short, bald guy following her around to do her evil bidding. We are from New York, and we have all the connections. So as far as a tag partner, I go to the Bronx and find you a partner. I go to a dojo, Harlem and find her.
Stokely, before you cut me off, in this specific challenge, there is a specific partner for Chris Statlander, and that partner is you, Stokely Hathaway.
Yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it.
You know, people say I'm funny, but you funny. Because there is no way we are going to pass this up. We accept
Oh, there we go.
It has a zipper.
What has a zipper? Oh, her
Her
whatever.
freaking underwear on the outside of her pants has a zipper down the front.
Oh, there we go. We got one match for the 0 hour. Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii taking on Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway.
I thought maybe we were gonna get 3 women's matches on the main card this year.
Have they announced when the? I assume the show starts at 8. I don't know. They haven't announced it though, have they? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I just thought of that. I don't. I'm not really sure when it starts.
Plus, if it starts at 8 there, what time is that?
Well, I
here?
think that I could be wrong. I think they're like 5 hours ahead of us.
So they would do it at like 3 there for it to be 8 here. Oh wait, no, that would be if we were ahead of them.
Yeah, no, they're ahead of us. So last year it was all in during the day here.
I thought so.
It
But
had to have been, right? Yeah. So it'll be during the day. I hadn't thought of that yet. Well, we'll look it up. If you know out there, if you know when All In is starting, Eastern time, our time, if you know when it's starting, let us know because that's the first I've thought of it. I know they're ahead of us, England. I'm just not sure how far. I feel like it's 5 hours for some reason. I don't know why that number came into my head. So if like they want it to be 8 there when it starts, that would be 3 p.m. start here. We will look into it and get back to you.
I can't do this in my head without paper.
As opposed to in your head with paper?
Yeah.
See, All In, building and building. What match are you most looking forward to at All In?
MJF and Ospreay.
Yeah, cannot wait. What match are you least looking forward to? Or do all of them sound pretty good to you?
I'm trying to remember what's on the card. Tell me the card.
What have we got? We got Swerve versus Danielson. We've got Ospreay versus MJF for the American title. We've got. That's all that's coming to mind. We got Toni Storm versus Mariah May for the women's title. There's 3.
Mercedes Moné.
Moné versus
Dr. Britt Baker.
Dr. Britt Baker for the
TNT.
TBS title.
Mm-hmm.
There's 4.
We know half of a match, and the other half is being determined tonight. So we have the Patriarchy versus whoever wins the main event of Collision tonight.
Is that official?
What? Yeah.
Oh.
But they can't seem to be
5.
found
Oh,
anywhere.
They're right there.
Oh dear.
That's right, Lexi. You've been here the entire time.
Guys, I want to talk off the top. And I want to speak from the soul.
Plane.
Because we don't want to be a couple of snakes.
On a plane.
We're here to say, we're sorry.
Sorry we didn't make fun of your geeky-ass haircuts.
I mean, who's your barber? Helen Keller?
Oh.
We are done listening to you two maximum male Barbies speak this nonsense.
Yeah, talk is cheap. Kind of like your chain. Oh.
Yeah, and aren't you a little too short to be a model?
Oh.
How about you two walk down that runway and meet us in the ring tonight?
I'd love to, but I broke a nail in my last match, so I'm not cosmetically cleared to compete tonight.
Shit.
This interview is over.
Actually, I've got a question.
Shit, look at that sweater.
Who's taking that middle seat? Is it you or is it Stretch?
Oh, Stretch! He's tight! Really tight!
Read this message.
It's nice.
It says, "Hey Leo, it's TK. Tell the guys when you see them, Top Flight versus MXM collection next week on Collision." Now that's tight.
Is that a UNC sweater?
Where'd they go? Wait, where'd they? It's ridiculous.
I get.
That guy's pretty funny, actually. They're pretty funny, I think. And next week, didn't they just fight last week on Collision? Am I wrong?
You're wrong. They did a promo where MXM Collection interrupted Top Flight introducing their newest member, Layla Gray,
Right.
who
Okay.
was dressed like a slutty stewardess.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Much better outfit tonight.
Yeah. What's the name? Who is it? What are their names?
Mansoor.
Is it Mansoor
Yeah.
and Mason? What? Mason Dixon.
No. I don't remember.
I don't know. Yeah.
Madden.
Mason Madden. I
Yeah.
think you're right. Yeah. Is it Mace or Mason?
It's Mason.
Mason Madden. Yeah, Mansoor. He's funny.
Mhm.
He is funny, actually.
I told you. If he's going by the Iron Sheik, he's got to be funny.
That's pretty funny.
It's hilarious. The Sultan of Slav.
Well, he was. You might remember him. He was on the. What is he? Is he from the Middle East? Is he Indian? I'm not sure.
I believe they said he's from Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. He used to be heavily featured on the Saudi pay-per-views that other company does. He would you wouldn't see him on their television show, but he would always be on their pay-per-view and always win the match. So he's very much highlighted in those. He was the only Saudi wrestler they employed, to my knowledge. Yeah, I never thought I'd see him in a comedy model angle on AEW. You never know what the hell's going to happen in wrestling. You never know.
Half the fun.
Yeah, that's a lot of the fun.
Yeah.
You never know what the fuck's going to happen.
A swinging neck breaker with the lady on the mat. This could be a submission. Gave up.
Remember when Orange Cassidy dumped a gajillion gallons of orange juice on Chris Jericho?
Yes, I do.
I miss that kind of AEW action.
It's before their Mimosa Mayhem match.
Mm-hmm.
Which we still I don't think we've watched it. I don't think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we have.
Did we?
Was it on a pay-per-view?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't remember. We have a poster for it in our hallway.
Yes,
right?
we do. Yeah. Quick win by Sheeta there.
I looked away from the television for 3 seconds and the match was over.
Yeah, I didn't catch the other woman's name, did you?
I didn't even see what she looked like.
That's pretty quick.
Is that the shortest match in AEW history?
No way. No, short. Short.
I cannot think of one shorter.
How can you assess your success? How can you assess this journey?
JR's not looking so hot. That sucks. That's sad.
24 years ago, and that contract said on the bottom.
JR is also going to be at WrestleCade in November.
I hope.
Yeah.
It was the most mind-blowing thing, you know what I mean? And here we are, 24 years later, and I'm ending my career, and it's just an honor to be here with you. And so when I look back at all this stuff, it just feels like they're just these moments that I'll just never understand.
He looks like his house would smell like a vitamin shop.
People I watched you.
Danielson?
Yeah, or a health food store before Whole Foods existed.
Just blessings, man.
You know what I'm talking about?
For both of us.
I don't think I do.
But your body started failing a little bit over these past 24 years. How do you assess that? And what do you think of when I bring that topic up? Your neck, your arms, your knees?
Yeah, I mean, mostly, I think of my neck and I think of concussions when I think of that, as far as things that I worry about or things that, okay, I have to be really cognizant of this when I go out to the ring. But honestly, I also think of all the ways that my body served me well and the way that, I've put my body through a lot. A lot of the wrestlers who have wrestled for a long period of time, a lot of them haven't done the crazy stuff that I did on the independents just to get noticed, right? The things that I had to do to get noticed. things I had to do to get noticed are just like, you know, I look back on it and like, what was I thinking? But that's kind of what I had to do. And when I look at back on it now, and even the way I feel right now, I mean, the odds are that I have to get neck surgery before the end of this year. Yeah, that's, you know.
What kind of things did he do to get noticed? What do you know what he's talking about?
And that's,
Yeah, I don't.
that's kind of something that I've accepted as.
Because I'm Ring of Honor though, and those people are crazy.
Are you prepared for what it's going to take to win this match against a very hungry, driven champion?
So, you know, you always think you are, right? That's the issue. This is I've had 4 opportunities to win the AEW World Championship before, and if you asked me before each time, I would have said, I'm ready. I'm ready and I'm going to go do this. And then each time I failed. And, but the interesting thing is, each time I've failed, I've learned something about myself. So I feel like now, despite being, and this will be 25 years in, 25 years into wrestling.
Hard to believe.
Yeah, hard to believe. I think now I'm the best mentally I've ever been. And I think this is, and if you have to ask me what it is going to be the difference in this match, is that I think I'm the most mentally strong I've ever been in my entire career. And I think that's what's going to pull me through.
Too bad you don't wrestle with your brain. Yeah, Bryan Danielson. Pardon me. Swerve Strickland, Bryan Danielson, main event, the 25th. You know, we were talking about it a minute ago. Yeah, I don't see how they put Danielson's career on the line and get out of there with him losing. You know, I just don't see it. Unless, well, you know, I think AEW, you know, I think they assume a lot of their fans are on the internet and reading wrestling news on the internet and stuff. So I feel like a lot of AEW fans, maybe even most, know that he's retiring, but maybe this is an angle that they're playing for the people who don't know that. You know, so that's the only way I can see it happening. Because otherwise, it makes the finish seem too predictable for us. But I mean, of course, it's wrestling, so retirement a lot of times doesn't mean retirement. Um, even Sting, who just retired, I think that was his 3rd retirement, if I'm not mistaken. Ric Flair retired a couple different times, etc. Terry Funk retired, I don't even know how many times. But yeah, so even if they put Danielson into retirement, he comes back in a year, and just, you can always figure out some way out of it. So, just considering it's wrestling, so they can do whatever they want. There are no real rules since it's all, made up. It's all, predetermined. There are no real rules, so they don't have to keep him retired for 6 months even. They can do whatever the fuck they want. He can come back in 2 months if they want him to. So yeah, just considering that, it might be a more even, might be a harder to predict matchup than we're thinking. Just that's the way I'm thinking about it. Anyways, the women's world title match at All In, it seems like it's a little tough to predict as well. You got Toni Storm has been champion for months. I'm not sure how many months, but months. And she's taking on Mariah May, who rarely loses in AEW. And of course won the Owen Hart Cup and has a lot of momentum going in. So that's a tough one to call. She is British also, so I don't know. That might help her chances at All In. And Toni Storm is what? Is she Australian? What is she? Yeah. She's Australian. So yeah, I mean those top 2 matches are hard to predict. And I think there was some thought that Storm versus May might main event All In. But I think now that Danielson's putting his career on the line, I don't think there's a chance of that. I'm pretty sure Danielson versus Swerve will be the main event.
The last time we spoke, I called on Britt Baker, and she got a win on Dynamite. Congratulations, Britt! Now we're 2-2, and one day we will settle the score. But for now, I need real competition. I need a chance to go back to Wembley. And the last chance is Mercedes Monet. You said Britt is the first, but not the best. You're right, because I am the best. I am a 3-time world champion. I am the longest reigning AEW Women's World Champion in history. I am the ace of this division. Put the TBS title on the line this Wednesday.
Mm.
And after I take the title, then it will be me who goes on to Wembley.
That was weird.
Yep.
Well, that'd be cool. Sheeta versus Monet. That'd be a good match, yeah. Women's division is really. I just can't say enough about how much it's picked up. The steam has picked up, whatever you want to call it. It's picked up a lot of steam. Oh my god.
Yes. I love it.
Fucking turtleneck ref shirt. Never seen that. That's genius. That is genius. Yeah, former world champion in that other company, of course. He's one of the biggest signings for AEW.
Former tag champion in that other company too, right?
Tag champion in that other company. Former light heavyweight champion, I believe. But this, of course, in AEW, former TNT champion and current Trios champion.
And where he's done the best character work of his career, I believe.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
It's my juice.
I love Juice. They don't make them like Juice anymore. Thankfully.
Humans, you mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I would have put him on my list for dinner.
Weird.
I'll take Danhausen out, and I'll have Dalton Castle, White Mike, and Juice Robinson. That would be an interesting dinner.
Yes, it would. Yeah, she asked me last night if I could have, I don't know why you asked me, but she
That's
asked.
on Twitter.
Oh, she asked me if I could have dinner with 3 wrestlers. Who would I have dinner with? I don't know. Mick Foley, one.
The taskmaster, we all call him the devil. One of the great minds and great guys of the business.
Hulk Hogan, 2. You can say Hulk Hogan. Maybe Ric Flair?
I was going to say, are you not going
Maybe
to
Ric
say
Flair.
Ric Flair?
Flair, Hogan, and Foley. That would make for an interesting. Interesting. What are you looking at me like that for?
Hogan. That's what I'm looking at you like that for.
What's wrong with Hulk Hogan?
I'll write you a list.
Well, yeah, he backed. That's true. I just care about the character. He's been around for he's been the reason for so many big things in wrestling. He's been it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to get to talk to Hulk Hogan about wrestling.
I would like to ask him some questions about Santa with muscles.
I would ask him about Santa with muscles also. Jesus.
Number 1, why? Why?
Yeah, if you don't know, there's this terrible movie called Santa with Muscles, where he plays whatever. He's a guy with muscles, but he's a rich guy with big muscles. Something happens, he gets amnesia. Someone tells him he's Santa Claus, so then he thinks he's Santa Claus. and he goes around trying to be nice. Of course, he does it with force. He beats bad people up because he has muscles. He's Santa with muscles. It's from like 1995, 6, something like that, and it is terrible.
It's on Tubi right now.
Active,
So
yeah.
check it out.
TUBI, yeah. Santa with muscles.
It's worth it.
Yeah, if you like bad movies, that's a bad one. It's bad.
If you like good movies, don't watch it.
Yeah, yeah. Hulk Hogan's acting is atrocious.
Oh my God, it's awful. And he has short hair.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, they gave him hair in the movie.
Like on top, too, yeah?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
There we go. Match is starting. So if you were Christian, which way would you want to lean in your judgment on this match? Would you rather face the Bang Bang Gang?
I would definitely rather face the Bang Bang Gang than the fucking evil House of Black guys with Brody King. Yes. Yeah, no doubt. And Malachi Black will decapitate you with kicks.
Yeah.
I'll take the Bang Bang Gang. Yeah.
I would also take the Bang Gang.
Yeah.
All three of the other guys are like monsters.
No, we may see that. We'll see what he.
And then got cute little Austin Gunn. You know?
Yeah.
Teeny Austin Gunn. A good wrestler.
He's not teeny. I don't call him that. Look, I mean, he's in good shape.
Compared to the other two people on his team, he's tiny.
Yeah, he's smaller than him.
Guess he might be.
Guns have come a long way.
Yeah.
They're very good.
Oh yeah, I'm not insulting them at all. It's not meaning to. I'm just saying it seems like House of Black would be harder to beat in an actual match. The language arts teacher at my school asked me if I thought there would ever be a wrestling company where everything was real. And I said, no, you idiot, everyone would die.
Yeah. Do you call her an idiot?
Yes. We have that kind of relationship, you know.
Yeah.
He appreciates my blunt honesty.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. If they ever did it where wrestling was real, someone got like paralyzed
That's exactly
every match. Every other match, maybe. You know.
Yeah. I was like, people get paralyzed now, and it's not real.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Scissors now cover, buddy back up, sweep and cover. 2 count. So far, it's a stalemate.
Right down the middle. Is that what he's been doing?
Picture.
Okay. Has he been falling it down the middle, you think?
I haven't really been paying attention to him, actually. I've been watching the match instead.
Yeah, me too. I forgot he was the ref, honestly.
I did too also. Although the long sleeves should have given it away.
Yeah, the Guns, great improvement, great strides in the last 4 years. Of course, they've been the World Tag Team Champions. They've been the Trios, part of the Trios Champions. So good work by them.
Who do you think is going to win this match?
Man. Bang Bang Gang, I feel like, will win.
Interesting. I think House of Black will win.
At All In, I feel like you want a lot of people booing the patriarchy. And I feel like, don't they want the House of Black to be heels? Do they? Tyler, Helton, what's up? Yo, back to you.
Both these teams are heels.
Yeah, but I don't know. Juice and the Guns, like, people cheer them. I feel like they're faces without Jay White.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's close. It's close. That's why I say that's why I say the Bang Bang Gang will win. I just feel like it'll be easier for them to be good faces against big heels. Excuse me, there's a Beetlejuice 2 commercial here.
We're pausing for a moment.
Trickster demon terrorized our entire family. But now he is back for good. Where's the truth?
Where's Beetlejuice?
You're a figment of my imagination.
This figment of your imagination. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Only Beatles September 6th. Rated PG-13.
Do you think they're gonna make a third one that's gonna be called Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice,
I
Beetlejuice?
hope so. Man, that's unbelievable to me. I've seen Beetlejuice so many fucking times. I never thought they would do a single. I never thought that they would do a sequel to that.
What like amazing movies from our childhood are left that they haven't done a new sequel to? Back to the Future.
They did.
A new sequel? No, they didn't.
No, they did one, 2, and 3. I'm just saying.
I meant like to add to the franchise. Like they added a new Ghostbusters. We got
several new Ghostbusters.
Several new Ghostbusters. We got a new Beetlejuice.
Karate Kid, but we got one with Jaden Smith as the Karate Kid, and we also got one with Hilary Swank as the Karate Kid. So does that count? Those count?
Yeah, we got new Jurassic Parks.
The Goonies. We haven't gotten.
That's true.
They better not
like
remake the
a
Goonies or anything. Tyler just found our YouTube channel. He'll drop a like and subscribe.
Awesome.
Thanks very much.
Man.
Yeah, we appreciate
Star
it.
Wars. We got a shit ton of new Star Wars.
Oh yeah. I thought you were saying we haven't. Oh. Yeah. Thank you, Tyler. We we do watch-alongs a bunch of the time. Just AEW for now, or AEW Ring of Honor. We do.
Pay-per-views.
Ring of Honor pay-per-views. AEW now and again. Every AEW pay-per-view we do watch-alongs. And Tuesdays at 7 we do a video podcast live on YouTube called AEW Weekly. Where we talk about the past week in AEW. So yeah, if you like AEW, we cover it quite a bit. Yeah. So thanks for finding us, and yeah.
We also do retro watch-alongs, especially during these spooky seasons.
Yeah. We haven't been doing a lot of retro watch-alongs lately, but as I said, as Kay said, during the fall, we definitely will be. September, I think we'll probably start back. Doing some Halloween Havoc. Watch-alongs, of course, all the WCW Halloween Havoc, not NXT.
I love Juice Robinson.
Yeah. Yeah, those WCW Halloween Havocs, man, almost every one is a really good show. And
I saw actual snot fly. That's gross.
It's kind of hard to fake that.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, if you like watch-alongs, if you go back here on the YouTube channel last September, October, we did several Halloween Havoc watch-alongs, and we do a countdown, so you can put them on WWE Network. You watch us, we'll count down to when you press play, and then you'll be synced up with us, and it's like you're watching Halloween Havoc with us and our guests. We had guests as well on those.
We also did the Christmas movie Santa's Sleigh.
Yeah.
Featuring Goldberg as Santa.
Right. Which is that's
awesome.
A treat. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm for the Bang Bang Gang, because that would mean I would get to see Juice Robinson at Wembley, and who could root against that idea,
Mm-hmm.
Certainly not.
You'd be.
Might get a Jay White return also at Wembley.
Yeah.
I read that he wasn't supposed to be out for very long with whatever his injury was.
Yeah, right.
Such an impartial, fantastic official.
Arm? Right?
I don't recall, honestly. I don't recall what Jay White injured.
Well, now, Matthews.
I'm curious, if we'll see if Kenny Omega will be there in any role. I know he's not going to be wrestling, but I'm curious if they'll, just because it's their biggest. We keep calling it the biggest show of the year, All In. Is it though? They don't call it that.
Attendance-wise,
of course. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, I mean, attendance-wise, it definitely is. No, I'm not questioning that. But AEW, they don't call it their biggest show of the year. Like, they don't treat it like WrestleMania.
They don't treat it like WrestleMania, but I think they treat it as their biggest show of the year.
You think so?
Absolutely. They started announcing like Wembley and Wembley ticket sales earlier than normal shows.
You're true. You're right. You're right. I mean,
yeah.
You're right.
They got AEW on double-decker buses in England. I think they treat it like that. They hold contests for the title shots there.
Yeah. Nice. Malachi Black is so good.
I'm really worried Brody King's gonna go to the other company when his contract is up.
Yeah. I hope not.
Especially if Danhausen goes there, like he's definitely going to go.
Why?
Because he and Danhausen and CM Punk are like best friends.
Oh.
I think, at least based on Instagram, it looks like it. Maybe they just spent a lot of time together.
Huh.
He and Danhausen,
Next after Collision.
like, are often in pictures together of them at like different conventions and stuff.
So is this the main event?
Yeah.
I guess it is. Damn, time flies. Yeah, this TNT Overdrive show. We're gonna include that in the watch along, as you might have read in the title.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what it is. It might be funny, and we might think it sucks and say bye. So we'll see if it's funny or not.
Is it an hour?
I assumed it was an hour. They didn't say.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I assumed it was an hour. Could be half an hour.
The guy in the front row has a sign that says, "I hate picture in picture." Me too, brother. It's like an ADHD person's nightmare. Usually, to watch the wrestling, I have to go like this and like cover up the commercial, or else I watch the commercial even though I want to see the wrestling, because my brain will not let me look at the smaller picture. What's Buddy Matthews doing? Oh. What were they sitting on? Did he just simultaneously collapse 3 chairs? That was weird. It would be nice if we could hear the announcers to hear how that just was possible. I think he did. He just collapsed 3 chairs simultaneously by doing like a running, I don't know what you call it, side slam, like where you go horizontal to the ground and slam your body into people. What do you call that?
Sorry, what?
Like he ran, so the 3.
What are you talking about?
Brody King was on the outside. You got the 3 Bang Bang Gang members on the outside, sitting in chairs, looking like they're unconscious, all next to each other.
Oh.
Brody King runs up the side and then jumps so his body horizontally slams into all 3 of their stomachs.
Cross body.
And all 3 of the chairs collapsed at the same time.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, man. Tyler wrote us a scrid here. Be honest with you, I love pro wrestling since I was a little kid. I grew up watching WWE, and I'm trying to get into MLW wrestling. I don't know, what channel are they on? Are they YouTube or what? Let me know. And GCW, the same. Are they on a channel or anything? I don't watch those two. And other wrestling indie promotions or any wrestling. Yeah, man. Yeah.
If you can, you should check out AML. I know they televise their shows, but I'm not sure where. Do you know where?
I don't. But yeah, the AML Wrestling, pardon me, AML Wrestling, their website is amlwrestling.com. Pretty good indie based here in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And they have their shows televised, but as Kay said, I'm not sure where.
Yeah. Their next show coming up, Nick Nemeth is facing Brad Attitude, who is the AML champion at the moment for the belts.
Nick Nemeth, of course, formerly Dolph Ziggler, a former world champion, Dolph Ziggler. So that's the biggest star they've had at one of their shows for sure. Yeah. Wrestling.
Mustafa Ali, you think Dolph Ziggler's bigger?
Yeah. Mustafa never did anything.
He was the TNA champion, wasn't he?
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to WWE. Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, nice stomp there.
They have Arn Anderson. I feel like Arn Anderson is bigger. He doesn't wrestle though.
No, he doesn't wrestle. But yeah, Arn Anderson is in AML as a manager. He manages his son Brock. You might remember from AEW.
against Wheeler Yuta. It's all part of Dynamite, the Chartway Arena, campus of Old Dominion.
And depending how long ago you were a little kid, George South also wrestles for them, who was a jobber back in the day.
Yeah. He's a jobber in NWA and WCW, I believe. Yeah, George South. Now he's like a draw for AML, so that's cool.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's super old.
He's not super old.
He's super old, babe. To be
He's in
an
good shape
active wrestler.
He's in good shape for how old
Yeah,
he
I'm just
is.
saying. I'm not. Yeah, this is nothing against him. I just find it awesome that he's super old and still wrestling.
He moves better than a she.
Yeah.
I think.
And he bleeds a lot. Like his wrestling boots when he comes out are already like covered in dried blood.
Yeah.
Gross.
I like George South. Well, actually, Ric Flair. Someone asked Ric Flair one time, who is, I forget how they said it. Who's your favorite opponent, greatest opponent, blah, 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 whatever. They asked him something like that. And he said George South. Because George South, knows how to make someone look good, That's the thing. Which is what, they call them enhancement talent, the nice way. That's what Dustin Rhodes wants us to call jobbers, enhancement talent. And that's what they're there for, obviously, is to make the big guys look impressive. And Ric Flair said George South was the best at that. Yeah, and I definitely could see that. He's still a very good seller.
Are we gonna get a three-way?
They're both out. Well, I hope you get what you want there, Tyler. But that company, we don't talk about them. We try not to. It's hard to do a wrestling show and not, but we try not to.
It's impossible not to, though, since so many wrestlers go back and forth.
Yeah. Wayne's World there.
Where's Kip Sabian? We know he's backstage. We saw him like 3 seconds ago. I guess like an hour ago. Maybe he went home.
Oh. Decimating the other teams.
Gun down on a steel chair. At Wembley Stadium, there will be no one to challenge the patriarchy for the trio titles. And that's exactly what they wanted. That's exactly why he inserted himself as the special referee. He did Christian Cage. I gotta admit, it's a smart move. Look at this.
Did you hear that?
What?
I think a little kid yelled, "Christian, I think your wife is hot." But maybe not. That's what it sounded like. Hey, Christian, I think your wife is hot. Maybe he said something else.
Well,
no one came out.
No. Well, so we have no number one contenders yet. I'm sure Tony Khan won't be happy with the patriarchy. That's a pretty good collision there. So real quick, before this other show starts, best match, worst match, rating out of 5 bones.
Best match, Darby Allin and Hologram against... No, I'm lying. Thunder Rosa versus Deonna Purrazzo is the best match for me. What'd you ask? Oh, worst match. I'm going to say Shida versus I have no idea who, because it was so fast. Overall rating, 4.5 bones. I was very entertained.
You said what?
4.5 bones.
Oh, nice. For me, best match, yeah, Thunder Rosa beating Perazo in the bull rope match. Definitely match of the night. Worst match, Sheeta versus, yeah, whatever that was, whoever she beat. Rating out of 5. I'll go 4 bones out of 5. Every match was pretty good except the swerve and Ishii. Just I was not interested. I just don't like Ishii. I think he's very boring.
To prove themselves against the
So everything else I thought was pretty good except that, and like the Sheeta, the jobber match. I'm sick of jobber matches. Like I said, rating out of 5, 4 bones. Another good Collision. That's back to back good, solid Collision shows. I think. Let's see. I don't know what this is.
Still be relevant. This is probably the most difficult, biggest challenge in my life. I'm going to go at it with a fervor that I do everything else, and I'm ready to go up against this bear. I'm ready to give him what I've got.
What's happening now?
I don't know. If they're going to fight a bear, I'm not watching that.
Yeah, no. They're not gonna fight a bear.
Fear is the only thing that makes people do great things. Fear is absolutely on pushing for this.
This is not what was advertised.
Welcome to Bear Mountain, Utah. I'm Brandon Tierney. With me today is Casey Anderson. Casey is a renowned expert in bear biology and behavior.
Your challenges today are based on aspects of grizzly bears' predatory skills, instincts, and their natural habitat. You are standing on their turf.
Your strength, speed, and skills have earned you a spot here, but nothing can truly prepare you for what's to come. Today,
I don't know about this.
Yeah, I don't know about this either. Seems pretty dumb, doesn't it?
Let's give it more of a chance. I'm assuming there's like different short segments, so maybe this is just part of it.
And you're ready to take you on in Bear Mountain's iconic challenges. Whoever gets the most points will be named today's champion. At King of the Mountain, we will pit your strength against the innate pulling power of the grizzly. You'll be on a platform 22 feet above the water, wearing a harness with a rope attached to it. Bart, a 1,400-pound grizzly, will take his position across the water and place the end of the rope in his mouth. Bart has one goal, to pull you off that platform into the murky waters below. Your goal is to stay on the platform as long as you
I
can.
want to watch this.
For every 2 seconds you can stay out of the water, you will earn 1 point.
None of these people are in AEW. I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah. You want to watch this?
Ira,
No.
lock it
Let's just
in.
mute it and talk about wrestling during the bear segment, and then see if all of the commercials had multiple AEW wrestlers in it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was just to
Trick us?
trick us.
Well, it worked.
What I love most
Ugh,
about
I
it,
don't care about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk about wrestling while this is happening. No, we're done. So
Yeah, I don't know.
we've given up on this.
Yeah, no, this is not what was advertised. I thought it would be, something, and like with AEW wrestlers, of course they were. Let's see what Tyler said here. I think Tony Khan should use Ring of Honor as a development roster like NXT. Yeah, definitely. I think the same way. Yeah.
I don't think the same way. I understand the thinking, but like, I love Ring of Honor for what it is, and I don't want it to be where all the shitty people go.
I was gonna say I said that, and then right as soon as you said that, yeah, no, I don't think the same way.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying is what I should have said. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel that way, but honestly I like Ring of Honor. And their pay-per-views are usually awesome. This past one was good. It wasn't awesome, but it was good. But their other pay-per-views since Tony Khan took it over have been awesome.
Like, awesome. Like,
Yeah.
mind-blowingly awesome, in my opinion.
Well,
And I agree that they
not as good as the AEW shows.
depends on the AEW show.
Well, of course, but
Well, but Super Card of Honor was my favorite show until All In last year. I liked it better than Revolution last year.
I think you're in a minority.
I think I am too, but I'm talking about my opinion.
But yeah, to get back to what Tyler said, yeah, I get what you're saying. Now they do need some sort of developmental. Yeah, you're 100% right there. Should it be Ring of Honor? I don't think so. Yeah, like Kay said, I don't want to. That's why I said I agree with you, because there should be a developmental, but I don't want them to take Ring of Honor away from being what it is now. And it's always been like an indie the king of the Indies or
Yeah.
queen of the Indies, whatever you want to call it, kind of deal. And so I think just to do away with the promotion and have it be rookies, no, it would be better to start another brand or have what used to happen is the development would happen off television. AEW needs some developmental place or federation. Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
I think they should bring Dark back on YouTube.
I 100% agree with that. Yeah.
It isn't. I mean, I understand that
And
they
you don't have to even call it AEW. Just call it something else even.
I do think it's helpful to have, not like on television, but filmed matches and promos for developing talent so that they can see footage and crowd reaction to their performances. And a lot of AEW people that haven't come from other companies could work on promo stuff. Even some that have come from other companies could work on promos,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I agree about developmental. Because there's a few people I'd like to see go back to developmental. But not my precious Ring of Honor. I love Ring of Honor.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, she said my one friend is at a AEW show right now. Like, was Collision live? It wasn't live. No. What show? Is there a
Collision and Ring of
is there
Honor.
a house show or Collision and Ring of Honor are taped? Aren't they?
The Texas ones?
Yeah, on that that wasn't live. What we were watching, was it?
I don't know. I thought it was.
I thought it wasn't. But I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, let us know where they are.
Is that where she was? Yeah, is that or he? Is that where they are? Collision. So yeah, this other show, I don't know about all this.
I've yet to see anyone from AEW.
Yeah. I don't like using. No, not at all. Yeah, no.
We are very much the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of us very anti using animals for humans' entertainment. Unless it's cute videos of puppies and kittens, and then I love it.
Yeah.
Or cute little videos of otters in the wild. I like that too.
Yeah. That show, not as advertised. We can change the name of this, can't we?
Change the name what?
I put
Yeah.
Whatever, Collision and Overdrive, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna watch the show. It is not what they advertised at all. It looked like a fucking like found crazy video show with wrestlers talking about the videos.
Yeah, they tried to trick us and it worked briefly.
Well, yeah, but then they got us to watch, but then 5 seconds in, we're like, "Fuck this!" This is
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So no, that's it. So we gave up on that show. Sorry if you were looking for it. Yeah. Yeah, that's not for us. Not for us. But yeah, good show. Doing some more building towards All In. Again, there's 15 days from today. And finally going to be here. It's going to be a great show, I think. Huge show. They've sold over 50,000 tickets to All In already. Of course, last year they sold 81,000. So I think the 50,000, I think, is a disappointment for AEW for sure. But it's still pretty goddamn good.
Mm-hmm.
It'll still be their biggest show of the year, attendance-wise, no doubt. And more than twice as many. Maybe 3 times. This will be 3 times as many as their second biggest show, attendance-wise.
What's their second biggest show? Wrestle Dream?
I believe it was. No, I believe it was Revolution. I believe.
Oh, duh. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Which was about 18,000 people, I think. We were there. There's a lot of people. But yeah, that was in Greensboro, North Carolina, and the Greensboro Coliseum is actually the largest arena on the East Coast. A lot of people don't know that. We got a lot of bands and whatever traveling shows will stop through the Greensboro Coliseum, especially the larger ones, because it's a nice way to max out your profits by renting it out. Yeah.
Even with the Olympics having been in Atlanta, we still have a bigger stadium than them.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't build I'm not sure if they built much new for the Atlanta Olympics. I really don't know. I really don't know. I mean, they already had a basketball arena. That's where the Atlanta Hawks play.
Yeah.
Back back then in '96 it would have been the Omni. I'm not sure if that building is gone or if it's just been renamed, but I think now it's renamed Phillips Arena.
Hmm.
And it may even have a new name from that. But the last time I was there, it was Phillips Arena.
I have a wrestling question for you. Is that okay?
Yeah, I saw Rey Mysterio win the Royal Rumble at Phillips Arena. That was the end of my thought.
I saw the Celtics play the Hawks at Phillips Arena.
Oh,
My end of my thought. In your face.
really? I
Yeah.
think I forgot that.
Yeah. I went to multiple Celtics games as a child.
I think I forgot that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're big Celtics fans. Champs.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So my wrestling question.
Mhm.
What British AEW wrestlers currently do not have that are on the roster and not injured, currently don't have a match in Wembley yet?
Well, the first one that comes to mind is Pac,
Mhm.
the former international champion, former World Trios champion, of course, with Death Triangle, with the Lucha Brothers there.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a match yet.
Soraya. Oh, and
Saraya.
and Harley Cameron. They're both British.
Yeah, Saraya and Harley Cameron, the outsiders. Neither one of them have a match yet, and you figure they will.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to figure Pac's going to be there, but at this point, I assume they're doing that casino battle royal for a world title shot at All In. If you missed this, they haven't talked a lot about it, but it is happening. They're doing a casino battle royal at All In, and the winner gets a world title shot for a date that has not been set yet. Because we already have Danielson, who won the Owen Hart Cup, is getting his at All In. Darby Allin, who won the Rampage Royal, or Royal Rampage, excuse me. Darby Allin won that, and he's getting a world title shot at Grand Slam September 25th. So I assume whoever wins this Casino Battle Royal at All In, I assume the world title shot will be after September 25th. So they're just like stacking up, title shots here.
When's All Out? Is that after Grand Slam?
Believe All Out, no. I don't think so. I think All Out is 2 weeks after All In.
And it used to be the week after?
It used to be 1 week, yeah.
That was so stupid.
I didn't mind, but now it's 2 weeks after.
But like for people who don't have a lot of money, buying 2 pay-per-views.
Oh yeah, it's not wise.
That's too much to ask.
But I agree. But that's the thing. When you put on a show as good as All In was last year, I'm sure it got a lot of people to buy All Out. And then All Out was a great show, which I'm sure got a lot of people to. But every show has been great of theirs the last 2 years, except World's End. That was the only pay-per-view they had that stunk. Didn't really stink, just for them, for their. It was okay. It was mediocre.
It was passable.
It was passable. It was passable. But not great.
I remember after All In last year, like not being very excited for All Out because they didn't do any build up to it because everything had been building to All In.
Yeah.
And so I think Darby had a title shot on All Out last year or something. It was something random. And I don't remember anything from All Out. Do you remember anything from All Out?
I remember nothing from All Out last year. But as much as I've loved their pay-per-views, I couldn't name a match from most of their pay-per-views either.
I could
because we watch so much AEW, like a lot of it kind of blends together. I don't, it's hard to say. It happened in March 2021. It's like I don't fucking know,
Yeah, especially because we are watching their old pay-per-views now that we have them.
Yeah,
and we're not we didn't start watching them in order. We watched out of order to start.
Yeah,
because we wanted to see the CM Punk ones. Or I did.
Yeah, but now we're going to watch them in order. Like I said, we have all the Blu-rays, all the pay-per-view Blu-rays that they've. Here, RB065, Orange Cassidy versus Moxley carried that All Out pay-per-view. There you go.
There we go. There's you.
One. I remember that. Yeah, that was a good match. That was a good match. No, it was a hell of a show. Yeah. Well, but by what he's saying it carried it. Sounds like he probably doesn't agree with me. That it was a hell of a show. Yeah. I don't know. I remember I loved every pay-per-view last year except World's End.
I also remember only disliking World's End.
But
that doesn't mean that there weren't ones that had like low point matches on that.
Let me see if
I'm just gonna go grab the DVD so we can see what all the matches were. Do we have that one already?
Yeah.
Oh. Our house is not organized except for our movies for the most part.
Yeah.
Those are highly organized,
Yeah.
and he was immediately able to find it.
There we go. Got the All Out DVD. Now for a while they only put their pay-per-views out on DVDs, but now they've stopped that, and now they only put them out on Blu-ray. I thought it was odd at first. Why didn't they put them on Blu-ray? I mean, I know it's more expensive, but fuck, if you're gonna put it on disc at 2024, put it on a fucking Blu-ray. Anyways, the DVDs look great though.
Yeah.
I mean, they look great. So no real argument for me. No, not too much of an argument, but
Tell me the matches.
okay. We got Orange Cassidy versus John Moxley for the world title. I haven't opened this one yet. Well, I'll just open it.
Oh, huh. I assumed that was going to be for the international title, and like that was when Cassidy dropped it to him.
Oh, I'm sorry. International title. I couldn't read it.
I get points. I get points.
Yep, you do. International title. We got Luchasaurus defending the TNT title against Darby Allin. Chris Statlander defending TBS title against Ruby Soho. Samoa Joe defending the Ring of Honor World Television title against Shane Taylor. Oh, stink. Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles. Better Than You, Baby versus Dark Order. John Silver and Alex Reynolds. There you go. Bryan Danielson versus Ricky Starks in a no DQ strap match. Konosuke Takeshita versus Kenny Omega. Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta versus Eddie Kingston and Katsuyori Shibata. FTR and the Young Bucks versus Bullet Club Gold in an 8-man tag. And Powerhouse Hobbs versus Miro. I'd forgotten a lot of those matches happened.
Was the Ricky Starks and Bryan Danielson? That was the one with Ricky the Steamboat, wasn't it?
You mean Ricky? You said Ricky the Steamboat. You mean Ricky Steamboat?
I mean Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is what I meant.
You may be right there. And then in the 0 hour, just real quick, we had the World Trios Championship. The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass defended against Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Satnam Singh. And we had a women's trios match: Hikaru Shida, Willow Nightingale, and Sky Blue versus Athena, Mercedes Martinez, and Diamante. And we also had an over-budget charity battle royale.
What does that mean?
I have no idea what the fuck that means.
Over budget?
Over budget charity battle royale. I don't know.
Whoever loses has to pay the deficit.
But that was All Out 2023, as RB065 said.
Yeah, thank you. Good memory.
Good memory.
And that does sound like the best match on that card.
Yeah.
Well, maybe Ricky Starks and Bryan Danielson would have been good. I imagine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Cassidy and Moxley. Yeah, definitely. Worst match on the card, I'm sure Samoa Joe versus Shane Taylor. Yeah. Nothing against Joe, just Shane Taylor sucks. Well, man, Takeshita versus Omega was probably good. I guess Takeshita probably won, right? He beat Omega twice. I can't remember if this is one of the. Can't remember if this is one of the times. Well, at some point we will be watching this All Out 2023. So there you go. Yeah, it's just, for right now, like I said, we've been buying them because there's no way to see them, you know.
And they only print so many, and then they're gone forever.
Yeah, and it's not like other things where you can find them. Like so far, the way that they've been doing it is, as Kay just said, printing a set amount and then they're gone. They're not for sale. Like they only have, if you look on Shop AEW, they only have like 4 or 5 pay-per-views for sale at any given time. You can't like pull up a catalog and just send me that one, which I don't get. I don't understand why,
But in Europe, they got added to the Max catalog to stream. At least I read that online. I don't live in Europe, so I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. So hopefully, with whatever kind of streaming deal they're working towards, hopefully we'll be able to see pay-per-views that way. Arby says
this was a Blu-ray.
Yeah, it was a Blu-ray. I saw the symbol on it. RB says, I popped for Miro versus Hobbs, aka the meat match. Yeah, that sounds like that one was good. I don't remember it, but I have a terrible memory. Woo! You're gonna run down the old all-in card?
Yeah.
Word is what I was saying.
Yeah, they also said, excuse me, when I said, was saying about the DVD, they used to do that, only put them on DVD. I was mistaken. That All Out 2023 is one of the first ones they put on Blu-ray.
Mhm.
One of the first ones they put on Blu-ray, also All In 2023 last year, which of course was headlined MJF versus Adam Cole.
And of course was overshadowed by Brawlin.
MJF versus Adam Cole for the world title. Hikaru Shida defended the women's title against Toni Storm, Britt Baker, and Saraya in a four-way match. FTR defended the world tag titles against the Young Bucks. House of Black defended the world trios titles against the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn. The Real World Championship, CM Punk defended it against Samoa Joe. We had a tag team coffin match, Sting and Darby Allin versus Swerve Strickland and Christian Cage. I don't remember that. We had a stadium stampede with Orange Cassidy, Eddie Kingston, Penta El Zero Miedo, and Best Friends versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Mike Santana, and Ortiz.
I hated that match.
I don't remember much of it. We had Will Ospreay versus Chris Jericho, which for my money was the best match on the show last year at All In, excuse me. And then we had Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Konosuke Takeshita versus Hangman Adam Page, Kenny Omega, and Kota Ibushi. And on the 0 hour, the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, Aussie Open, took on MJF and Adam Cole. And the FTW champion, Jack Perry, defended it against Hook. Yeah, pretty damn good. Ooh.
Well, there goes the Blu-ray. That was when Adam Cole and
Blu-ray fell out. That's why I made that weird noise.
That's when they won the tag belts, right? The Ring of Honor tag belts.
Who?
MJF and Adam Cole.
I think so.
Because then, well, I don't remember. They didn't go into it with the tag belts. Aussie Open held them.
Correct. Yes.
Oh, then that's when they won.
I assume that's where they won them. Yeah. Wait, did they win? They didn't have both, did they? The AEW and Ring of Honor, did they?
No, they only
MJF.
They only had the Ring of Honor.
Okay.
Because I thought that would mean that they were going to show up on Ring of Honor, and it did not. That's a bummer. When it comes to Tony's booking, when he gives Ring of Honor belts to typically AEW folk, and then they don't bring the belts back to Ring of Honor.
All right, folks. Well, what do you say? No, just Ring of Honor. Oh, he's answering me. Thank you, RB. I appreciate that answer. He said no, just the Ring of Honor belts. You said we love AEW, but I tell you, my memory is not the best. Neither of us have the best memory, honestly.
Well, and for a good while, we were watching every Ring of Honor show, like television show,
right?
And every AEW television show, and
every WWE show,
and so just a lot of wrestling just like blended for a while.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'm gonna turn it back on real quick. This TNT, whatever it was called,
out something, right? Out.
I don't remember.
Overdrive.
Yeah. TNT Overdrive. Oh my God, it's like
2
hours.
We'll go ahead and go to it.
Let's see what's happening on it. Commercial.
Well, we can talk.
And then we'll see. Yeah. We'll see what's up.
There better be an AEW wrestler.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do 2 hours. Yeah. What time is it? Alexa, what time is it?
10:27.
Oh, okay.
It's 10:27.
The latest we'll go is 11.
Yeah.
We got a WALK, the DOG.
There's a bunch of fireworks going off right now.
Yeah.
We live near a baseball stadium, so usually it's every Saturday that they have a home game. They do fireworks, or is it every Friday and Saturday?
I think it's every Friday and Saturday. Yeah.
So luckily we have a dog who is super chill around fireworks because she grew up hearing them.
Yeah.
So it's really lucky because I know a lot of dogs freak out.
Well, actually, she kind of didn't because they weren't doing the games. We got her during the pandemic.
Oh, that's true.
So she didn't grow up around them. No. Yeah, she's a bit skittish around people still. Even she's skittish about a lot of things because when we got her for the first year, you know, you weren't allowed to go see anyone or do anything. Or I mean, if you didn't want to get sick, you weren't allowed to, or get other people sick. You weren't allowed to, you know, go anywhere or do anything. What a weird fucking time, you know?
Yeah.
What a strange time. All we did is, thankfully, I say thankfully, well, I was let go from my job, or the job stopped because of the pandemic. So I was able to get unemployment, thankfully.
Yeah, he was a tour guide.
Yeah. Ghost tour guide,
The best
spooky tour
kind,
guide.
yeah.
And no, this is dumb. Some metal balls, they're gonna run at each other, and the bears. No, this is dumb. We're not doing this. I don't know what the fuck that show is. I'm sorry. Let's see what RB says. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all the wrestling. I have to replace Ring of Honor with the G1 Climax in New Japan. That's one I've never watched that. Like I said, I know a ton about American wrestling. I've seen a lot. Seen very little Japanese wrestling. Don't follow it at all.
That seems cool though, the G1.
But yeah, the G1 is something that I said this year. I said, oh, I'm going to watch it this year. You know, I'm going to figure out when it is and I'll watch it. And didn't. So next year, 2025 G1. Yeah. Who is it over? Who won the G1 this year? Is it?
Or if it's not over, who's currently like the front?
I know it at least started. I think.
But yeah, no, it did because you were telling me some of the like match results of some of them. I thought like Takeshita's in it, yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, I think that's why he's not on TV right now.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if RB answers us. But yeah, we're gonna go here in a minute. This Overdrive show.
Not for us.
Yeah, not for us. Yeah. So.
But if you like it, enjoy.
Yeah, like I said, we thought it looked like a fun time. Like I said, one more night. So is it the final? Who's in the final? RB said we got one more night at G1. But yeah, sorry, we thought this TNT Overdrive show. I'm sure you thought the same commercials we did. You know, a bunch of crazy videos of stuff crashing and exploding, and then it looked like the TNT, or excuse me, the AEW wrestlers were gonna maybe host it or make comments on the videos or something like that.
And that's what they told us because it was talked about by the commentators of AEW that that's what was going to happen.
Well, maybe it still is. It's 2 hours long.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it's the second hour.
We aren't going to be around to watch it.
Are we recording it?
No, let's
record
it. Yeah,
do a fast forward watch later.
Figure you do that. Well, yeah, we'll stay on here long enough to see if RB gives us an answer, if that's the final. Or, excuse me, who's in the final of the G1. But yeah, what do we got coming up? Just before we go, real quick, thanks for those of you who joined us. A lot of people didn't join in until right at the end here, so I appreciate you tuning in. But like I said, we're not sticking with TNT Overdrive. It doesn't look like my kind of thing at all, our kind of thing at all. What have we got going on?
We got AEW Weekly.
Oh.
We got
Will Ospreay. Okay. It says ZSJ got 12, Evil got 10, and Naito 10 in the A block. Okay. Yeah.
So if you were watching Overdrive and tuned out like we did, Will Ospreay's now on talking about bears.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't think there's any surviving it, to be honest with you. I mean, unless it's like a koala bear. I can handle a koala bear real good. I mean, a koala bear, I mess up a koala bear any day of the week. It's horrible. They're not like diseases. I don't think you really want to be holding one of them anytime soon.
They're supposed to be really mean.
I'm not even joking. So I read that on a news article. Was it gonorrhea? There's one go.
Will Ospreay just said that koalas gave the news media people gonorrhea. That was funny. Oh we got high speed chase. All right. Let's see. Let her out. What did they say? Finley got 10. Cobb 10. Jeff Cobb got 10. Narita 10. And Takeshita 8 for the B block. So is it a winner of A block versus winner of B block, I assume? Oh shit.
The driver has a female in the background screaming, so we're sitting here with a female hostage. How do you control this measure? I just called about a erratic driving Volvo somewhere. Yeah, this guy is driving nuts. I mean, he was driving through the median, weaving back and forth in and out of traffic. This guy's absolutely nuts. What an idiot. He killed somebody.
Yeah, it was a Saturday. I was off, got that phone
So
call.
RBO65 says this year the tournament,
It is a
first place of each block got a bye, with second place and third will fight to advance. I got you. Okay. Pretty cool. Yeah, I know. People love the G1. And yeah, like I said, next year, maybe I can catch the finals this year. Yeah, I'd love to watch it from beginning to end for sure. Yeah.
So when we get there, we tell behind it as we formulate our plan to try to stop this truck.
It's Overdrive show. Now we got a truck chase
with a hostage.
Was driving in an extremely reckless manner with 10,000-pound weapon at his disposal.
On the morning of July 18, 2020, I was assigned to dispatch for the city of Cincinnati. The semi-driver had a hostage. It was, in fact, his wife. And she was calling 911 begging for help.
What kind of guy do you have?
Say, Ruger. People who know Ruger. That's a good brand of gun.
This is actually interesting now.
So RBO65 said, I'm loving this year because of the new and young guys in it. They just promoted a young lion to be in the tournament in Bolton Oleg. Never heard of him. Yeah, I'll check into him. Like I said, yeah, Japanese wrestling, I know is great, but I don't have time. I mean, quite honestly, because we watch AEW, and we gotta put our shows together and all that. Oleg Bolton, he said. Two Trill for Life 1. What's up? Thanks for coming in tonight.
Was how do we get this vehicle?
What a freaking idiot.
Come to arrest.
Oh, the driver?
Yeah.
What did he say? Is what?
So he kidnapped his wife because she's cheating on him. He has a gun and a knife, and he knows he's facing 20 years at least. So he's not going to stop. But if you shoot at police officers, you're just adding to your time.
Yeah.
If that, to make a call about deploying stop sticks, something
Gonna fuck up everybody's car.
They put themselves at grave risk to do so. If that vehicle decides to swerve at that officer that's up on the highway deploying that stop stick, they're probably going to hit him and they're probably going to kill that officer.
What's a stop stick?
Oh my god. It's they throw the shit out and it has like spikes on it.
Oh, that's what I thought, but I don't see it.
Stop is in it will make your car stop because your tires are flat.
Yeah.
We'll let them know.
It's gonna run out of gas eventually.
I now know that he's willing to intentionally hurt, or maybe even kill one of the officers out here. He is not going to.
The fucking
At
nutcase.
some point, he's going to use that semi-tractor as a weapon.
What is your name, sir? That's who I am saying.
Where do they think he's going? Like,
We now know that he had been previously convicted of a prior shooting where he shot another female companion.
Okay.
We now have reason to believe that he is not kidding when he says he may cause harm to his wife.
What kind of semi are you in?
Okay, figure that out. Okay, they are going to have children. I'm saying it's sad to say, but this is it is what it is.
I learned that I'm being called in when I get a
Jeez.
phone call from the field units that are requesting SWAT. We have to take him seriously that he's gonna kill him.
I know what you're doing.
they should have, like, you know, in the mountains, how they have those runaway truck ramps that are just like humps of loose sand to slow cars or trucks immediately when they go runaway.
Yeah.
They should have some sort of like flying plane that just like opens the bottom and dumps a bunch of sand.
Yeah.
Interstate.
That's my plan.
That's your plan?
That's my
A
plan.
sand plane?
Sand plan.
History of domestic violence. Tell me what you need to tell me.
Don't want to fight with her, because I'm not wearing this, and I'm going to do anything for her.
I did not believe that he was going to release her. I was terribly, terribly worried. You're going to have someone seriously hurt.
How can we get your wife out the car then?
I want the police to slow down. At least 500 feet behind you. And I will start pulling over to the side of the road so she can get out.
The driver is now stating he will let the female out if needed to take 500 feet behind.
I assume that we required 500 feet.
I mean, his demand for
This is exciting.
he will
There's not very many wrestlers, but it's exciting.
a rescue attempt.
Didn't need your poop out there, did you?
Listen.
You're watching TNT Overdrive. You better stick around.
It's Christian Cage. We're saying two wrestlers with a combined time of what, 25 seconds?
Wait, who's the other one?
Christian Cage just told us something or other. We should stay where we are. No.
Interesting. I'm hungry. What do you want?
Cheerios with banana.
Regular Cheerios?
Regular. Right.
Can I use the bowl that I used for Honey Nut Cheerios?
Actually, give me honey nut. Yeah, honey nut Cheerios. 2 minutes, Arby said. 2 minutes combined. Yeah. So yeah, we're checking out this show. This what's it called, Overdrive. Yeah, it's just been advertised all week with AEW wrestlers all over it. The part with Will Ospreay was pretty funny, actually. Talking about koala bears giving media members gonorrhea. I didn't hear that. I don't know how that works. How they did, but the part where Will Ospreay was saying the koalas gave the media gonorrhea.
An STD. Couldn't remember which one.
He said gonorrhea, didn't he?
Yeah, he said something else first and then corrected himself to
I
gonorrhea.
said what? That they weren't fucking the koalas.
No, I think they just
Touched it. They got. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Who knows? He seemed, yeah, seemed like he had seen something on the news about it. Yeah, like Will Ospreay, love him. Should say, he's my favorite AEW wrestler at the moment. Definitely. I think both of ours, actually, probably. Of course, coming up at All In, he is fighting MJF for the renamed American Championship. So that, and you know, as I said during Collision tonight, I think that's going to be the match of the show at All In. MJF and Will Ospreay. You know, I'll be shocked if anything else is the best match. I really will. The first time MJF and Ospreay fought, you know, several weeks ago, whenever it was, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, whenever it was, that was a hell of a match. That might have been the best match of this year so far. It was either that or Ospreay versus Takeshita at Revolution, I think.
or Ospreay versus Fletcher on Dynamite. That's my choice.
Oh.
That's who he faced right after he faced Takeshita. He wrestled Kyle Fletcher.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Ripley's having some of her ice cream because she's a little girl.
There's Mariah May. Arby saying I got Ospreay versus MJF as the match of the night. Definitely. I think Danielson versus Swerve is your main event. I definitely agree. Like I was saying, I thought they might have been thinking Tony Storm versus Mariah May, maybe in the main event, until they put Danielson's career on the line, and then definitely, I think, Strickland and Danielson will be the main event. Yeah, it should be a great show. I think it's a great great lineup so far. What?
Whenever I start taking the ice cream away from her, she gets like, it's like it's
Yeah, still watching this Overdrive show. I don't know how long we'll stick with it, but I gotta see how this comes out. Definitely.
Can we pull over so we can get her an ambulance?
Everybody watches your crossfire.
All units watch your crossfire. All units watch the crossfire.
We don't know if he has a gun pointed right at her. We have to take him seriously that he is gonna.
RB saying they did a better job of building All In this year than last year. Yeah, it definitely did. Yeah, announced more matches earlier than they did last year. Yeah, for sure. It's kind of concerning how late they waited last year to book the matches. You know, they said, "Oh, well, we got 80,000 tickets sold, but we don't know." You know, AEW didn't say what they're going to show show anybody. You know what?
He stops. He gets out. He
Yeah, this year now we know what we're going to see it all in. Yeah,
and is able to reposition it so that the tracker is providing some concealment, so we can't really see what's going on.
Stacy will let the email out if she gets the line.
And the thing I almost put today off.
This is how we're going to have to do this, ladies. I'm trying to do this with nice players, but they won't. So I have a knife. I will put this knife to your neck. And I'm going to hold you hostage if I have to in order to get you out the truck. You see them from running up on us. Look at me.
Patrick, don't do that, please.
We're thinking something bad is getting ready to go down on the other side.
She's out. She's out. She's out. She's going to ground.
We're just glad that she is safe and she has no life-threatening injuries. And for us, that is a win. That is the win. Now we can worry about apprehension.
Patrick, come on, man. Keep it up. Stop right here.
Go.
It ends right here.
Get away from me, Ripple.
Get the cars out of the way. Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully this year, you know, All In last year kind of got, you know, overshadowed by the whole, you know, MJF assaulting Jungle Boy deal.
CM Punk.
Oh, excuse me. He was just on my mind. I was just thinking about MJF versus Adam Cole, but yeah, CM Punk assaulting Jungle Boy. I mean,
How do you get the trailer unhooked?
He's heading.
missed that. I don't know.
He is very, very angry.
At least shoot out the tires.
Hard to do when they're going 90 miles per hour. Those tires are a lot harder than the tire, like regular tires, you know?
Let's try if he's gonna try and kill people.
Driving slowly.
Hold on to your seats, people. We'll be right back with TNT Overdrive.
But Will Ospreay got some extra pay for this. They're gonna. How long are they gonna stretch this shit out?
What, the car chase?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been enjoying it.
Well, I'm enjoying that, but not the fucking commercials. You know?
Guess I took a break to make food.
Yeah. Like I was saying, you know, last year it seemed like the event kind of got overshadowed. Arby said, "I like the bear segment." Oh, we tuned out. What? I didn't see what happened. Yeah, we missed that one.
Could they not film a dog in water with a person in a boat behind them? They have to like CGI that? Isn't that weird?
We talking about?
That Purina One commercial.
Let's see.
Out of last year's all-in matches, which match do you think had the best build? The Cole and MJF one for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Which one had the worst build?
I have to look.
You got it right there.
Oh yeah, I do. Well, the worst build, I'm probably going to say Jay White, Juice Robinson, and Takeshita versus Page, Omega, and Ibushi, because I literally remember nothing that led up to that match. So
Yeah, me too.
nothing about the match itself. Just that was probably the worst build up. Yeah, for an all in 2023 match. Yeah, Swerve had Arby saying I agree. Yeah, Swerve had quite the year. You know, he went from he was in the middle of the card tag team coffin match last year to main eventing this year. Yeah,
Andy was with a rando partner because Keith Lee was hurt, right? Isn't that why he was with?
I was
Christian?
wondering. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Yeah, I was trying to think why he and Christian were together. Yeah,
I don't think that was after the breakup of Keith Lee and Swerve, but maybe.
I don't know. I don't
Or
know.
I guess I should say the falling out, not the breakup.
Well, you know.
Never used an AR immobilize the vehicle before. That was the first.
Oh, see? Ah. I called it. I shot it.
They shot you? Where did they shoot you?
Yes, we have done.
Arby says the underrated build was BCC versus Orange Cassidy and Kingston's team.
What is the most likely tool that is going to get that suspect to surrender?
He's got himself at knife point.
Can you touch someone that's getting tased, or does the electricity travel through you?
The electricity would definitely travel through them.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but they're touching him while he's being tased. They're just used to it?
I don't know what the deal was there. I mean, I say it would. I thought it would travel through you.
Check Mr. Berthelot to make sure that
Didn't look like it. So I don't know.
And we took a look at him laying on the ground and realized that he was no worse for wear, except for some cuts and some bruises. Mr. Berthelot pled guilty to those 3 charges.
What? That's it?
He was sentenced to 7 years.
7 years in prison?
Proud is an understatement.
What about threatening to shoot police officers? That's not a crime. That's a fucking crime.
7 years?
That's ridiculous. There are people serving weed sentences that are longer than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's upsetting.
Yes, our country's a fucking cesspool.
It's like if you were that woman who was married to him after 7 years, I would ask for witness protection or something, go into hiding.
Anytime somebody's being chased, they've watched enough TV shows to believe that if they don't have what's in their possession for what we were chasing them for, they can't be arrested. They throw drugs because if we only find half of it, we can only charge them with half of it. A good police department and good cops working together will call that out over the air as the stuff is being thrown out. So if you can make direct contact that you saw him throw it, he can be charged with it.
Criminals are dumb.
A Navy boat is
A lot of them, yeah.
No offense to any of you if you're criminals.
It's like
Most criminals
Cage
are
was
dumb.
beefing with Darby for the TNT belt, while Darby was beefing with Swerve for beating up Nick Wayne. You got a
Oh,
better memory than I do, man.
excellent job. Excellence. Oh, that's right, because A.R. Fox had like issues with his work visa and didn't tell them, and so he was part of that storyline. And then when they found out, they like took him off TV forever. Really good memory. That's surprising. Like, so maybe not surprising. That's impressive, I should say. What?
While the speedboat races towards a dock, it drops its cargo for smaller trail boats to pick up and distribute their narcotics. But before they can reach the shore, they decide to abandon the ship. The two smugglers dive overboard, and their careening craft crashes to shore, threatening the residents of a small village.
So you say it looks like some of their houses.
The action keeps going right here on TNT Overdrive.
So is that an MJF calling us stupid? Seems like most of the wrestlers are just, saying, don't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not just listening to what
Oh.
you were saying. You sounded like you were going somewhere with that, and then
Well,
Did
yeah,
it-
how long are we going to watch this? It's where I was going with it.
oh, I don't know. We said we were doing a watch along with it or not. Does it go till midnight?
It goes till midnight, yeah.
No, I don't want
We're
that.
definitely not doing
No,
that.
no.
What time is it?
It is 11 o'clock.
Oh, really?
It is.
Oh, we need to go.
All right.
Yeah.
So-
All right, everybody. We
Yeah.
kind of did a watch along with that. We watched more of it than it looked like we were when it came on. So whatever. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll probably catch the end of that show, but we have to go WALK our DOG. I can't say those words, or SHE would go crazy. I can't even say.
she.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not.
Oh, I thought she would go
Yeah,
crazy over
she's
that.
fine.
Okay, I can say she. Never mind. But yeah, that's what's up. So thank you for joining us for Collision tonight and some, little all-in talk and all-out talk while this show was, whatever, doing whatever those bears. And then we got to watch a high-speed chase together, so that's fun too. Strangers bonding over
Criminal act.
felonies on television with professional wrestlers. I don't
really
understand.
light sentences.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shockingly light. Don't go to Ohio, people.
That is great. 7 years for all
Yeah.
that shit.
They got like the highest rate of serial killers, and you can
That should have been at
threaten to
least.
kill someone and police officers, and all the manpower they had to pay for. 7 years. Stupid.
What it should have been.
A minimum of 20.
I was thinking minimum of 15. So yeah, 7 is not enough. No.
Because like you kidnapped someone with a weapon, like
Yeah.
2 weapons. You threatened police officers and told them that you were going to kill people, basically.
He said he was going to kill the police.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Anyways,
Reckless endangerment
right.
of the driving.
Yeah. You don't have to tell me. You tell the fucking
Tell Ohio.
prosecutor. Yeah.
State
The
Superior
DA.
of Ohio.
Anyways, so thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We got a couple things coming up. Our video podcast, AEW Weekly. We do it every week. It is moving to Tuesdays at 7 p.m. starting Tuesday
At 7 p.m.
at 7 p.m. Yeah, so it's on X, on the No Bones About Wrestling X streaming. It's on Kay Fabulous's Twitch account. And it's on YouTube live here. No Bones About Wrestling YouTube channel. So yeah, and there's Will Ospreay again. But yeah, so 7 p.m. Tuesday, we will see you for AEW Weekly, and I think we're gonna do a watch along for Dynamite on Wednesday. I won't say 100%.
I'll have to bow out of that early
Oh really? Why?
because it's the first week of school and that's always exhausting.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll be there for some of it.
well, we like I said, I think we'll probably do a watch along for Dynamite. We'll see. We'll figure out Tuesday. We'll decide for sure. But we'll be here. Like I said, Tuesday, 7 p.m. We already covered last week's Dynamite on our most recent AEW Weekly. If you want to watch that, you can find it on YouTube, and there's even an audio podcast on Spotify, Apple. What's it called? Apple Podcasts. All those places. No Bones About Wrestling AEW Weekly is audio. You can watch the video on YouTube. So, like I said, our last show covered the last two Dynamites, last week's Rampage and last week's Collision.
Mhm.
And so the show that we do Tuesday is going to cover last night's Rampage and tonight's Collision only. So,
and if you haven't seen the show before, we also cover like AEW news from
Yeah.
the week. We have different segments that we talk about all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. Right. News from the week. We talk about kind of what's coming. We're going to talk a bit more about what's happening going into All In. Of course, it'll be, under 2 weeks when we see you on Tuesday. And then we do our top 5 ratings. We rank the top 5 men, the top 5 women, and the top 5 teams in AEW every week. And a couple more segments. We'll probably have a new segment or two for you if you haven't. If you're a viewer who's already seen the show. So yeah,
make sure you subscribe and like our videos, please. But definitely subscribe so that way, if we do, because we don't always announce what we're doing ahead of time. So sometimes Asa will do like reviews of things, and those videos are just at random times. So turn on your notifications so that way you don't miss anything.
Yeah, my latest one, I actually got a pair of the Young Bucks sneakers. I got one of the pairs, and if you look back here on the YouTube, you'll see a Young Bucks sneakers review. So that was neat.
And soon to come at some point is the unboxing of the AEW All Elite crate that came like 3 weeks ago. But we still haven't opened it because we're waiting to do the video.
Yeah, where they send you all sorts of cool AEW stuff. They send you an autographed picture. They send you 2 shirts in your size that you can only get by getting the All Elite crates. So yeah, those crates are cool. It's $40, $50, 4 times a year.
$39.99.
$40, 4 times a year.
And it comes with a 20% off coupon.
All right, for Shop AEW. So we've done other reviews. If you want to see, if you don't know what we're talking about, you can look back. We've done reviews on the other Elite crates that I've gotten. But as Kay mentioned, there's one I just keep forgetting to open it. So in the next day or two, we're going to open this thing and do a video and see what's in it. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. RB065, thank you for joining in. 2 Trill for Life 1. And Tyler Helton, Haseen, I think that's everybody. Thanks for talking to us. We love talking to people out there. You put something in the chat, we'll pretty much always talk to you as long as you're a nice, polite person. We'll always talk to you. So yeah, we love talking to you. Get at us in the chats and stuff. Or you can get at me. I run the X account. No Bones About Wrestling on X. It's at No Bones Wrestling. That's RASSLIN at No Bones Wrestling on X. So yeah, that's it. And again, Tuesday at 7 p.m. AEW Weekly on X, on Twitch, on YouTube. We will see you there. And as McFoley would say, have a nice day.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.